Greetings and salutations, and welcome to another episode of Watch World. If you don't know by now, it's the show about everything and nothing all at the same time. Sometimes you just never know what you may or may not get. Good evening, everybody, on this slow rolling Sunday evening. See if anybody decides to tune in, check out. Definitely be a little checking out tonight, I'm sure. Terry King, good to see you. Miss Bonnie, always good to see you. Another beautiful night here at the asylum. Who knows? Who knows what the night shall bring? I think we had a pretty good broadcast last night. Some pretty good input, insight, conversations. It's always a plus in today's world of insanity. It's always a plus. Flame on, 420 Wild Dragon. Good to see you, sir. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Turned out to be a fairly nice day. Got some things done in the garden. Went out and about, explored with the community, checked out a few things. So, well, once I got the gardening done, it was just too nice of a day to be sitting inside. Just too nice of a day. To be honest, it really wasn't too hot at all. Sunny, nice little breeze. Compared to most places, we're doing all right. Everybody else is freaking out, burning up, seizing up. It's just business as usual down here in the South. Just waiting for the rest of the world to catch up. I don't think they ever will, but sometimes I'll give them more benefit than they'll give themselves. They won't never admit it, but I give them more benefit of the doubt than they give themselves ultimately. Yeah, kind of ready to go ahead and get this week started. It's going to be a short week for me as far as a work week. Yeah. Even though I got to do a little business in Savannah, there'll definitely be some pleasure and relaxation. Sure. Can't be all business. Can't be all business 24/7. Can't function, can't operate, can't think that way. You know what I mean? Prepping 101, good to see you. A blow up pool, there you go. Yes, make sure you get a good one. I knew somebody a couple years ago, they got one of those things and I don't know what happened. I think they enjoyed it about one or two times, left to go out of town for like a day or two, came back. Man, it was just completely disintegrated. No, no, something got a hold of it. They tried to pump it back up again. It just would never hold no air. Like a flock of pigeons got a hold of it. Damn pigeons, you got to watch out for them. Barefoots, good to see you, sir. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Appreciate you tuning in, checking in again once again. See, that's why I play 5D chess. I'm one step ahead of you. I'm one step ahead of you. Thought a little bit further ahead tonight than most nights. Oh, yeah. Pretty productive day. I woke up this morning. Man, I was just like, damn, I done slept the whole day away. Didn't know what time it was. Uh, I had a clock, but I was just didn't even feel like rolling over in that direction. I don't sleep with my phone around me, so yeah, I thought it was. I'm like, damn, I done slept till about 12 o'clock. Got up, heck, it was still early. Tried to lay back down, but yeah, that just wasn't happening. Just wasn't happening. Who knows? Who knows? They've made it further than I expected them to make. Nice. New Kincaid video out yesterday. I be high. There you go. Hopefully not as high as your grocery bill or not as high as your gasoline bill. You know what I mean? You might need to get approval from NASA if you're that high. You know, you got to get some NASA approval if you're going to be higher than that. Shoot. I don't know. It was like the weirdest looking clouds came through this evening. Like right as the sun was going down, it wasn't really cloudy at all today, but like this weird, like hazy cloud started coming over. So I can see the moon up there. It's glowing somewhere, but that's about it. It's dazed and confused. My sky is dazed and confused, like much of the population. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense. Oh man. Uh, Unfortunately, lemon tree can't cure this type of cough, man. This is a self-induced left-handed cough. There ain't there ain't that much lemon or lemon balm or lemon essence in the world. You know what I mean? I think actually it's infused with the lemon terps. You know, it's got the lemon terps in it, so it's like a natural respiratory. You know, kind of does its own thing. Been waiting for storms to come apparently from Michigan. Oh yeah, you better hold your breath. They got up there and stalled out. They didn't know what the heck was going on in Michigan. They didn't even realize they was in Michigan. They thought they had already made it into Canada. So yeah, you might have to take an IOU on that one, and we have to take an IOU on that one. Yeah, I just try not to even really think too much about the weather. If it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. Either they're going to call in the rainmaker or they're not going to call in the rainmaker. Now they're calling in the sunmaker. They're calling in to make sun. So our sun is inadequate. It's not putting enough UV rays out. It's not being productive enough. It's lost this yellowish hue. It's transitioned into a pale white horse. We needed more sun makers, more artificial suns. Two suns, there you go. The more the better, the more the merrier. Why not? You know, why not? That way the West Coast, they can continue to get their sunsets as normal. And then when they change time, they're going to officially unveil the new synthetic backup sun. And I think that's what they're going to give us here on the East Coast. So we'll both have a sunset. There'll be two simultaneous sunsets in this new age. It's going to be a beautiful thing. 14 moons. There you go. The more the merrier. Hell yeah. One satellite isn't enough. We need 14. We need a lunar dozen. We need a lunar dozen of satellites brought in. And that one company that wants to put these giant satellite-like mirrors up into space. I forget the exact specs of them, but they're pretty massive. But yeah, I think they said if their testing goes as planned, uh, I'm pretty sure they probably already done it. But they said they had some testing scheduled for some point this year, and if it goes as planned, they plan on having uh, over 50,000 on-demand sunlight satellites in upper orbit. Allegedly, what they're saying, over 50,000. So, man, what could possibly go wrong? You know, what could possibly go wrong with another alleged 50,000 chunks of metal just floating around? Good news is you can have access to on-demand sunlight. I went on their website. It's funny, like all the different specifications and that how precise they are. They said that they can get it within, uh, they can get sunlight brought to you directly within 5 kilometers. They've got it within 5 kilometers of um, error or whatever. I forget how many kilometers converts over to feet. I forget the conversion rate, but yeah, I think they said with their on-demand satellite mirror devices, yeah, they can get it within 5 feet. Within 5 kilometers. So if I want sunlight and my newborn doesn't, yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Maybe that meant neighbor, maybe that meant neighbor, but yeah, yeah, no doubt. The heck with your neighbor. It's the middle of the night. You got to get those tomato plants. They need some extra sunlight. Your peppers need a little extra sunlight. Maybe your weed, whatever you're growing needs a little extra boost. Yeah, you can call them in. They can direct it up and shine a direct beam down in your yard. Have your yard looking like broad daylight while everybody else is 2:30 in the morning. Oh yeah. Even in my small mind, by the time they give us these little whispers of what could it be, it's not what could be. It's already what put in motion. They just kind of people get mad and they say, "Well, why didn't you tell us?" What do you mean? Why we didn't tell you? You didn't read the article about us putting 50,000 mirrored satellites in upper orbit. You didn't read that article. The FCC approved it. If the FCC approved it, you should be reading it. It's fundamental to your democracy. But yes, I posted links. I don't know, a couple lives back. I posted some links about the particular company that's doing it. But yeah, it's just I'm sure it's one of many. You know, a lot of times, one company gets some type of breakthrough and gets their foot in the door. It kind of opens it up for more, whatever the reason and the purpose. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Let me see if I still got the link saved. I doubt it. Let me see. No, I don't got the link still saved. But I think it was about 2 streams back. I kind of spoke on it, posted a couple links in chat. Uh, I'll definitely go find them and put them, make them whatever they call it, a little community post, whatever they call it now. I don't know. I think it changed its name again. I think they call it the spot. It was community, and it was the community tab. Now it's just the spot. Yeah, get you a membership, Bunny. Go ahead and get your memberships now while they're cheap. You know, go ahead and get your memberships while they're doing the complimentary installment plan of $250. You know, for $250, you yourself can get yourself locked in right now, Bunny. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. But yeah, I'll find those articles again and repost them for anybody that may or may not be familiar with them. But yeah, they said that I think it was the FCC approved this. Man, I can't remember the name of the company. It just completely vanished. But yeah, they approved them to do testing to test one of their modules this year. So obviously, if they're testing it and it's supposed to be an upper atmospheric device, obviously, if that is even possible, even if they can even get up there and keep something up there like they said it can, which I'm suspect on that really. But if you're doing an upper atmospheric test, obviously it's already up there. Obviously you've already been sent it up there, do whatever it needs to do. But yeah, I'd like to see some type of footage or something on that. Ultimately, everything's so polluted and tainted now. I mean, it's just I probably wouldn't give much believability to it, but I would like to see what they were put out. What type of CGI or AI they got involved. I like watching one of those old school black and white videos where they show like an atomic bomb going off and like all the buildings and everything just melting around it. Yeah. Okay. If you say so, Buckaroo. You know, little space cowboy. You. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Yeah. And it was even in a movie. There's been several movies about different, satellites used as like weaponry or technologies. I mean, you could talk about the rods of God. There was a reference to the rods of God in uh, the newer GI Joe movies that they just made within the last 10 years or the last decade. I don't know if it was the first one. It might have been the second one. But if you're familiar with the GI Joes, the Cobra Commander, they had these devices that they sent up into space like satellites, and allegedly they had these. Uh, I forget what they called them in the movie, but it wasn't the rods of God. They had some type of cool Cobra Commander name for it, but it was the same thing. They dropped this giant rod from space, and it came down. I think in the movie they obliterated London. That was like their show of force that they could show that it could be done. They dropped a giant rod on London. They just completely just annihilated it. Uh, and their justification was it was easier. It's easier on war that way. We don't have to do with all the fallout, and, everything like that. We just kind of come in at any time. And then even what was it? The Pierce Brosnan 007 movies. I think it was which was it? Die Another Day. The one that came out in the early 2000s. You had the villain in there, and that was his ultimate plan. He had done kidnapped all these different scientists and stuff, and they built these satellites, and they sent them up in that movie, and that was his thing. They had like these giant mirrors on them, and they could angle the sun, and then they could angle all the sun's reflective energy and whatever down to their enemies. If if Morocco pissed them off, all right, let's focus in on Morocco. There's been several movies like that, but that's like two of them that just kind of stick out like right there in your face. The James Bond movie was just like the satellite they're coming out with now. Even the images. If you look up the stuff from the movie and then that particular company, I mean their ideals and models look real similar. Yeah, I've always kind of thought that in a way. Life imitates art. Art imitates life. Maybe the imitation of art imitating life maybe can push a life to imitate it or whatever. The human mind, I guess. Even if there's somehow somebody comes up with an original idea or something far fetched, they gotta. All right, it's not just we got it down on paper. We're just gonna do it just because we can do it. To hell with it. But yeah, me personally, I think there's a little back and forth. I guess it's like which came first, the egg or the chicken. It's a little bit of both. Let's see here. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Each person, each individual, no doubt, we accept our own level of tyranny, our own level of slavery, our own level of whatever it may be. No doubt, you know, we as a humanity, as humans, or as a civilization, we can fight stuff, at a certain degree. But yeah, ultimately, it just comes down to your own individual walk, your own individual acknowledgement on whatever you find to be true. Always good to see you. Always good thoughts, you know. Anarchy Television. Good to see you, sir. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Fools and Tools. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Sometimes we have a combination of both, you know. It's a beautiful thing. But life is extraordinary, you know. Extraordinary, they say. Yeah. I'm definitely not one to have all the answers, not even probably a handful of answers really on certain things, but I don't know. I do like the journey. I do like the process. A lot of things ultimately we don't get answers on. It just kind of leads to other questions, other venues. I don't know. Let's see here. I think I rambled enough. I ain't gonna do a lot of rambling tonight. I ain't gonna bore you with my nothingness, you know. I just go ahead and open the doors to the asylum, you know. See what happens. See what happens. Mother Freedom, always good to see you. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. But watch out now, Bonnie's slinging links. You know, better duck your head and raise your feet. It's like playing double dutch. She's efficient, but it can be a little dangerous, you know. It's like a construction site. It's efficient, but it is kind of suspect. But no, that's just like stuff like that dealing with space. I mean, that's in a whole nother bubble in itself, you know. Whether I actually believe that they can do what they say they're doing, it's just, you know, just something else. I don't put much fear into it. Heck, you know, if I'm going out by intergalactic solar death mirror, then so be it. You know, I don't think you could put that on a tombstone. I don't think it'll fit, but you know, so, so be it. I don't know. You hear about all this alleged trash just falling down and crashing down. Why not? Let's just add more up there. You know, let's add bigger stuff. You know. Fancy, oh, good to see you. Hope all is well on your side of the Savannah River. So definitely grab them links. Anarchy Television, he's in the chat. Another good channel to go check out. If you just can't handle all the nothingness that I'm putting down over here, make sure you go over to Anarchy Television. You know, he's going to tell you about it, how he sees it in the sunny state of Florida. Always good views, good sunsets, good inputs. Definitely make sure you go over there, check out the channel, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Do it while it's still free, you know. I don't think you have to do facial recognition to subscribe to his channel. It's still all natural. It is. I caught you slipping, bro. I opened the doors. I took the keys from you, and you didn't even know it. I took your extra set of keys. I lost mine. So I had to use your keys to open up the door. Let's see here. There's another channel. Go over there and check out. If you get tired of all the fools and tools that come to Watts World, go over there and check out where it may or may not originate. The channel itself, Fools and Tools. All right, what's going down? 12 p.m. Monday. What's happening? It's right around the corner. You got to let us know what's happening. It may be too late, you know? It's less than 14 hours away. Sweet. There you go. Keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. Let's see here. I think we got a contestant. Got a contestant in the backstage, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Anarchy Television.
Welcome up. You sit there and shout me out. I'm gonna have to come up now. I appreciate that. I said you shout me out. I might as well come up on the panel now. Yeah.
It's okay, you know, we can edit it out. We'll just bleep it out. We'll just pixelate it. We'll throw some pixels on it.
Right.
So how's it going? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
Oh man, just trying to keep things going. I mean, I was I've got two puppies left from that last litter, so um I was up at Tractor Supply trying to give them away today, and I didn't have any luck. So I'll try again tomorrow. But that's what I was doing, is sitting there doing that. And the only reason I held on to these two puppies is because they were the runts of the litter,
Yeah,
and I just kind of wanted to get them, bigger and a little bit more healthy and stuff, and you know,
no doubt.
being by themselves and stuff, and not having to compete with the other pups. You know.
Yeah, Tractor Supply seemed like a good spot. People coming and
Well,
going.
it was slow today, being I guess Sunday. It was just slow, and I don't know. I don't know. I might. I don't know if I'll. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I could choose between Tractor Supply and Walmart parking lot, and because they're right across the street from each other. So
What
I don't
type
know
of
what I'm gonna
dogs
do.
are they?
They're a mix. They're what I would call Heinz 57. Um,
Gotcha.
I have an idea what their grandmother was, because I've had these dogs all the way back to the grandparents.
Yeah,
Um, but I think she was like German Shepherd, Blue Heeler, and Pit. And
there
uh,
you go.
and and down the line, I have no idea what's been getting everybody pregnant. So I'm not sure exactly, like this litter. I have no idea exactly what breeds are in there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But but they're cute as hell, man. And they're and I've had my experience, like the runts of the litter, the mutts, and the mixed breeds and stuff. I've had the best luck with those. They pretty resilient to disease. They're pretty loyal and good dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine that really he really likes, like, German shepherds. I mean, with papers, and they're pretty much all German shepherd. But they're just so susceptible to some things, like some diseases, and I think sometimes, like at certain ages, their bones get.
Oh, dude, it's like everything that we got, everything that humans got, dude. It's like crazy. It's like I don't. Uh,
Well, I have a theory. Some of that could be because of the dog food.
oh,
You
no
know,
doubt, dude. No doubt, no doubt. I mean, just you think they're gonna give us shit and give them the top kibbles and bits? Hell no.
no.
Hell no.
So
I
I
mean, I see
mean,
a lot of people now just make their own dog food or stuff like that. But
yeah,
yeah, it's like the other day, Friday, we was on that emergency job, and the inspector came and he was like, "Well, y'all let me know as soon as y'all get it done." He was like, "Well, I gotta leave at 4 o'clock." He was like, he had to do something with his dog or some type of procedure. He said his dog had cancer. I was like, man. He said, yeah, they done went in one time and removed it and everything was good, and now it's come back and they're gonna try to do it again. I'm thinking, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's just the food. I mean, they're foods, water, air, same stuff we're dealing with. You know what I mean? Same
right,
stuff. Yeah, dogs
right.
got diabetes, cancer, failing kidneys. You know what I mean? Dude, it sounds like
I'm telling you,
somebody
man,
in our
it's like
family or something.
fucking
You know?
crazy. I don't. I mean, and I'm one of those people, man. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't take my dogs to the vet. I mean, I, I it's just one of them things. I mean, and that's the reason why I keep on having, puppies, is because I haven't got my girls fixed. But I'm not going to. Oh man, I'm not going to spend a shitload of money on, like, oh, we've got his rheumatism starting to kick in. Fucking come on.
Yeah, dogs got gout. You know what I mean? Dogs
Yeah.
got an ingrown toenail. I'm like, man, what is going on here?
I
You
mean,
know?
no. So
I
I
mean, you
mean,
didn't think they was going to come after the dogs. They call them man's best friend. You didn't think they was going to come after man's best friend too?
yeah.
Shoot, no. Old Yeller tried to tell us back in the day.
This is a weird thing too, and it kind of struck me kind of weird when, but um, I had the opportunity where this lady came up today, and she saw the puppies and stuff, and she's like, "Well, I work with that. It's like a shelter over there in the other town and stuff. And if we got room, we can take them and stuff like that." And I was like, I prefer finding a family to give them to instead of like a shelter or something. And that's just me, my
Oh
preference,
yeah, no doubt.
and because I mean, these are like my kids. I've seen them born. You know what I mean? But and then she came back later and she's like, "Hey, we have room, and I can take them right now if you want, and all that stuff. Because what we'll do is we got a an office here in this town over here. It's just down the way, and what we'll probably do is we'll take them there, and then from there and they'll be transported to New York to our other office up there." And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, New York. When she said New York, I was like, nah.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. I mean, you don't went all the way up the coast. You know, I mean,
I
there's
was like,
people. There's
my
people that got
brain
their dogs have got medicine cabinets. You know what I
my
mean?
brain
The
my
dogs
brain
they got
my
so many
brain
tools
started
their own.
going weird when I heard that. My brain started going weird. I started thinking Asian ladies that were gonna cook them up in a pot. I was like, my I'm serious. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. It's just one of the things. My brain went all weird as soon as I heard the words New York. And I was like, and then I was like, I started thinking about it. I was like, what? I mean, why would you have to transport them all the way up there just to find homes for them and stuff? I was like, I don't know. It's just weird.
It sounded
I
weird. Yeah,
would
way
just
down
rather
from
find
where you're at to New
I
York.
yeah, the 2 pups, they're a brother and sister. They're really cute as hell, and the thing is like, it would be my preference. I mean, I can't control that, but it would be really cool if I can find, like, a little family that'll take both of them at the same time so they stay together, but,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I don't know. It may or may not happen that way, but and that's what I want, because I want them to have, like, a good loving family and I mean, and I'm really weird too when it comes down to it. Some people say, "Man, you should put them on marketplace and advertise like you're going to be here and whatever and all that stuff." And I'm just like, I haven't personally experienced it, but I've heard stories, horror stories of next thing you know, like on that same situation where the people that picked them up were just picking them up so they can turn them into fighting dogs. And I was like, no, I ain't doing that either, man. Fuck all that shit. And marketplace is just would be a perfect place for them to hang there and look around for shit like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's gonna be people like that anywhere. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
online.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
just
don't want
gotta go and read a comment. They ain't got to call nobody. They ain't got to look nothing up unless they see something they want. They're just scrolling and clicking.
yeah. I mean, and it's just that's why I was so weird about like, all this digitization of everything, like digital ID, digital currency, digital everything. It's just it just opens the doors for anyone that has any kind of malicious intent to really screw things up. You know what I mean? Like, scammers and all this other, whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, no
Or
doubt.
even government agencies, dipping in there and stealing from you. You know what I mean?
Hard to keep track of something that you can't hold and see physically. That's
Right.
like last night. I got a buddy of mine that he runs like different promotions and stuff and promotes events. Well, we had a local UFC fight here in town last night, so he gave me some tickets and I went and checked it out. But
Right
yeah, I
on.
didn't know it, but at some point they done transitioned over. I hadn't went to this. It's the Bell Auditorium, one of the events venues we have here, and they have different shows, plays, concerts, whatever. But yeah, at some point they done went full digital. And once I went in, I went to get something to drink, and then everything was full digital. You know,
Wow.
card or tap. The Google tap or the Apple
Yep.
tap, or But yeah, no cash to do anything, concessions, any type of thing.
They didn't scan your retina or anything like that.
They probably did. They didn't like outright do it, but there was probably some facial recognition. They still had the old school security guards at the front with the wands. They was wanding
Right.
people down, bro. You still wanding people down? Yeah, I don't know. You're a little suspect, bro. If you think the wand's gonna just do anything, you You got the whole back door wide open. People just going out smoking, dude. Anybody could come in and out at any time.
Fucking terrorist one,
Yeah, y'all
man.
didn't even pay me to observe this, and I saw that when I went to a smoke break. You know,
Yeah.
but nah. Yeah, I went to that venue last night. I stayed there for a couple hours, watched a few fights, but got the heck out of there.
Well, was it any good? I mean, was it good? Was it a
It
good
was
fight?
decent. It's MMA. You know, it's like UFC
Right.
style, but it's a smaller venue. It's they travel
Sometimes
around.
they can do better than those big shows, sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's
I
like
mean,
those. It's before it's all these guys. Some of them have just turned pro, so they might be like 2-1 or like 3-1 or like three. So
okay.
I mean, they still got that dog in them, that hunger in them to want to fight. You know what I mean? They
Right.
ain't made it yet. It's still a lot of this stuff's coming from like donations or out of pocket. So I mean, they
Right.
still got the hunger.
Right.
I'm not saying some people don't ever lose it, but sometimes you get to a certain point, you go like, all right, I got all the training stuff, I got all this, I can sleep in a little bit. You don't lost a little
Right.
bit of that dog mentality in you.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
but I mean,
I
it's
get that.
barbaric and as primal as it may seem. I used to do a little bit back in the day, nothing professional, just like training, keeping in shape type of stuff. But I mean, I still enjoy it. Got free tickets. I wasn't gonna let them go to waste.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I can. That's the best price. Can't beat that price.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't been to like a live fight in a long time. And uh, oh man, God, it would be fun to go. I just haven't been to one in a long freaking time. And
Yeah.
so it'd be definitely a lot different than what I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
mean, I
remember,
had fun. I enjoyed it.
even like during like the fucking the pandemic crap. The WWF man, or the WWE or whatever it is, the fucking wrestling world War
Yeah.
wrestling thing. I started noticing instead of actually having live fans in the fucking seats, they
Oh,
had
all the
monitors.
screens.
Yeah, they had them on
Yeah,
screen.
dude.
I was like, "Oh my god, this is what it's
Yeah,
gotten to."
dude. I mean, it's like, yeah, that was just so like in your face type of stuff. I mean, it was
Yeah,
just
dude. I
bizarre,
was like,
bro.
"Holy
And
crap!"
people was paying to do that. People was paying to subscribe to get on there and have their face viewed on there like they're a super
I
fan.
know,
You know?
dude. But that's just, oh my gosh, is that? I mean, and that was a test run. So I mean, I mean, golly, they actually
Yeah,
got away
you're in
with
there
it.
watching a live wrestling match and it's just completely silent. You're hearing this nothing but pow. It's
Yeah.
just I stopped watching, I guess, following wrestling like years ago somewhat, but I haven't watched it in a while. But yeah, I remember during that COVID era, like seeing different highlights, and it's just even as weird as it is to watch. Still, it's even weirder to watch it when you're in a completely empty arena and it's silent, and you're just hearing all them little weird stomps and grunts and just slap around. You know what I mean? You don't. It's always drowned out by the fans or something else.
All right. Unless you're right up on it, you know.
Yeah.
But
What do you think about it, Bunny? Would you be right up on it if you went to the wrestling match?
Wrestling or boxing? Wrestling?
or any sport like that, wrestling, boxing, that the MMA type stuff. Yeah, like what
I don't think I'd be right up on it, but what's that called that my daughter goes to? That's pretty real. It's like a group. Is it redneck?
I know what you're talking about. Oh man. Uh,
Like a
Oh, I know.
redneck Olympic?
It's like almost like a cage match out in the backyard or somewhere, and it's
Yes,
just them,
yes.
a couple of guys fucking going at
Yeah, I
it. You
don't
know
think
what I
we
mean?
can. That's the first rule of Fight Club, ladies and gentlemen.
Right?
That's
Yeah,
the first rule,
backyard
Bunny.
brawls or some shit like that. I can't remember. I know what you're talking about. That's
Yeah,
pretty fun.
that might be it. Redneck brawls,
Yeah,
something.
it's like
But
Kimbo
she,
Slice type stuff.
she has even traveled to Oklahoma to watch one.
Yeah, yeah. They
Sure, she
used to have
isn't fighting in it.
one.
Sure, she isn't like the queen of underground fighting.
My daughter,
She could be, Bunny.
I think it's possible, yes.
Champion still, I like it. Yeah, those type of things. Yeah, people always like it. There's always some type of following. I mean, at the big scale, it's all commercialized and endorsements. But yeah, you have them little. Hey, they even got some that you can scroll through and find on YouTube. Just like the little live things. It'll be people that's been called each other out, I guess, on the internet, or people that just volunteer. And it's I forget what that channel is. I ain't gonna lie, I watch it sometimes. I do watch it sometimes. It's pretty funny. I
Yeah.
don't think really any of them guys, most of them you can tell none of them's really professional. Some might have had some type of training or something along the way, but they just kind of match it up in weight class, or I guess if somebody got a beat, sometimes they do have some lopsided battles, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah. This I think this was down toward Ocala at one, years ago, like 30 years ago, something like that. There's a bar, and you could go in there, and you know how like some bars they would have like those the bull riding machines and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Well, they had like a little like boxing ring in the back, or in the corner or whatever, and you can get in there with your friend, drunk as hell with boxing gloves, and just go at it, And, yeah, yeah, you get some. It was, man. It was like every night was it was
we had that here at one point. Matter of fact, the one I just went to last night, it's called Fight Night in the CSRA, and it was partnered with Conflict Sports. It was Conflict 71 was the event. But yeah, those UFCs, they come here a lot, those type of guys or whatever. But they used to have an extra thing. Yeah, it was like local people. It was just all boxing. It wasn't like no MMA or nothing. They'd let them box it out. But yeah, oh man, dude, people got their feelings hurt. It was just,
I cannot remember the name of the bar, B. I cannot. I mean, it was so long time ago, and
they
I
had
was
a
young.
fight night
I was a lot
series.
younger
Yeah,
then too. You know what I mean? And I just wasn't really paying attention. I just remember it. Because I mean, it was so damn funny to watch them do that shit. Because some of these, I mean, literally, it was like, hold my beer. Well, hey y'all, watch this. And then,
literally. That's exactly how it went down too.
right? I mean, it was
I
funny.
think that's a man thing. I don't
Yeah.
really like seeing someone get the tar beat out of them either, but
No,
I
I
can
mean, the only time
remember.
you see that kind of thing is like women mud wrestling and shit. I mean, or even
Well, of
women
course
wrestling.
you would like that, but
Well, I
I
mean, even the
remember.
women wrestling. I mean, they do draw a good following too. It's not like the WNBA or something. It's like women wrestling get a hell of a lot more um, um, of people watching. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, I remember back in the day when all the men would go in the garage with the TV and watch boxing. That was like the really big thing.
yeah, see, that's the thing too. It's like um, I like all those type of fighting sports and stuff, but I don't know, boxing was never a thing for me for some reason.
Yeah.
And
And I
nowadays,
don't
like
get
sports wise, they
wrestling.
don't really promote it as much. Everything else, like UFCs and all those other things, they
Right.
kind of, I
Nowadays,
guess, out
anyway.
promote it.
Well, that was the thing is like even when I was younger, I mean, it was getting into martial arts, and stuff like that, and different styles of martial arts. Boxing is a style of martial art, but it's just that it was getting into more Asian type styles and stuff, and that like
Yeah,
jujitsu and stuff like that, and it starts combining all of them. The strict rules of boxing
crazy how
is
that
just
all those different like styles of fighting and stuff like that, how they evolved. When they went to
yeah,
different places. You had jiu-jitsu, but then once it
yeah.
made it to like Brazil, then it became a wholly different style. There's different versions of martial arts. It had its origins, but then it kind of evolved into something else. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely good to be
Well,
versed in different ones for sure.
yeah.
I would rather see or be taught how to how to end it quickly You know, like, um, just show me one way to.
Well, there is no one way, and I mean, if it's like
Well, there's kind
hand-to-hand
of
combat type of thing, what are you talking about?
like, a throat punch or I don't know. I don't know what works.
I mean, I guess if you really were really, I guess, really precise and hit a certain a certain nerve, you could probably do that. I mean,
And I've seen that happen where they do something on the shoulder and goop, they're out.
well, no, I was thinking more along the lines of the temple or something like that. You know,
Well,
just
I mean, just
hit
as
that
a
thing
man,
just
buddy, you
right
know where the
and
soft
turn it
spots
off like a
are,
light
man.
switch.
You know,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
what?
Go
men
ahead,
got
Bob.
soft spots. You know, you hit them higher, you hit them low. You know,
Yes. Well,
direct
that's true.
contact up higher, down low. It usually tends to work on most people. You know, maybe not everybody. You know, but most. You know,
Pop the eyes out. Goodness, B.
I think ultimately it just becomes down to the awareness. You know, awareness before something like that happens. You know, even in the best trained, whatever it may be. You know, just have a simple awareness. You know,
Mm-hmm.
situational awareness where you're at. Definitely have proper preparedness of protection, whatever level that may be. You know, definitely have a certain level of protection. You know,
Yes,
definitely be
and
aware.
Yeah,
Be
and
aware if
and
it does get
I
close.
think every woman should take some kind of self-defense.
Oh, no doubt,
somehow
everybody.
depends on something. You know what I mean? I mean, it depends on. I mean, everyone's abilities at the moment. I mean, some people are physically able than some more physically able than others. You know, um, but there's a lot of different things that and like you said, just your situational awareness is a big thing because you can prepare yourself and like you can move it out of the way type of thing if you want it, instead of having it hit you, like a shopping
Well,
cart all by itself, like Ghost is pushing it and it's running towards you. Do you stand there and let it hit you, or do you get out of the way? You know what I'm saying?
so what if you are shopping, your back is to the person, and they just wrap their arms around you? Things like that.
Well, okay,
Women are
okay, put
usually in a
your
position
all right.
different than men.
Let
Men,
me okay. Let me throw this in there. All right. The first thing that you grab, what would that be? Or the first thing you hit, what would that be?
when your arms are held down,
Well, yeah. I mean, if they're held down, for instance, okay.
well, if they're not too tall, I guess you could use your heel.
I just say go for the nuts. And
That's
if
what
you
I'm
can,
talking
if
about.
you can get to their face, go for the eyes. You know, the soft spots. You know.
Yeah. And that's why they used to tell us to carry our keys. Like,
Oh
used
yeah.
to, you had keys on a key ring.
Oh
Isn't
yeah.
it interesting that now it's a fob that
Dude,
can't
I
do
got I got a,
anything?
I got a whole bunch of keys on one end of a fucking motorcycle chain, and the other is on like some kind of like a clip. So I can just hold on to one end of that chain and just swing it. Yeah. Just pop me right in the you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot to carry when it comes down to keys, but it definitely is, it doubles as like something I can literally use as a weapon. You know.
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly, but yeah, I'm just saying, it's one of them things. It's like, um, well, I don't know. It makes me just like think about it as like that John Wick. It's like I saw him kill all the people in this room with nothing more than a pencil. I was like, well, if you have whatever you have around you, whatever you got. If it is like a key in your hand and like, you shove it in between those two fingers and your knuckles or whatever and use it like Wolverine, yeah, it does some damage. I'm serious.
Yeah, looking at taking some type of classes and stuff because it's one thing to talk about it, but you got to have the discipline, the muscle memory,
Yeah,
things like that. It's so
yeah.
easy to talk about it,
Don't
but
don't.
each individual person is different. You got to
Yeah,
actually be doing it. It don't matter
yeah.
what you got. It don't matter how many tools you got. If you ain't never used them, you don't know what to do with them in any situation. You got to have
That's
Right.
true.
discipline. You got to have repetition. You got to have knowledge. Uh, you
You
know.
know,
Yeah.
that drives me nuts about on a general basis. It seems like this like helplessness that so many people have. I mean, I was sitting there, was watching this person. It's like they were having a problem with like their tire because it went flat and all that, and just simple things like I don't know. It's just crazy. I was Oh, I was watching. There was another one. It was like a video of this. Like it was like somebody's back porch was on fire. The people evidently, I don't know if they were home or not because nobody could get a hold of them. And some guy on a motorcycle, he was the only one out of the whole neighborhood that actually took the initiative to actually try and put the fire out. You know what I mean? Nobody else was like. They were all like, kind of, what do we do? Da-da-da-da-da, what do we do? That kind of thing. I was like, what the fuck?
Hmm. That's what blows me away. In this area, if you're broke down, just people stop. If they stop to help. We have stopped for people changing a tire on the highway side to block traffic from running over them because so many people get hit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but it apparently it's not like that everywhere because all those videos I've seen of people just filming it with their phones, standing there.
Yeah. Dude, I was talking to my buddy just today about it actually, because I used to years ago. I had this big Ford F-150 truck, and I had my CB in the truck also, but it has a PA system in it where I can talk through the CB through a loudspeaker that I had mounted in the grill of the truck. Dude, I used to love that stuff. Like, you get at a stoplight and the damn stoplight turns green and the guy's still sitting there because he's on his phone. I'll get on that damn thing and I'll like turn it full blast, like, get off your damn phone and drive, scare the shit out of them. Or like, people like actually literally driving, don't even have their hands on the steering wheel and sitting there texting. And I'm like, they're going like 60, 70 miles an hour. And I'm like, what the hell? I'll scare them. I'm surprised they don't wreck, but I'll scare them. I'll do that shit when I had it hooked up. Because I was like, man, that pissed me off, man.
Mm,
I mean, I think, hell, cell phones when it comes down to actually, texting or whatever, driving, it's a big deal. Because I don't even do it because I can't pay attention to two things. I have to have my glasses to look at the phone. I don't need them to drive, so it's just a pain in the ass. I don't even do it. Yeah.
hey, Ark.
All right, wow, man. Good to see you, sir. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods.
Oh man, survival. I don't know.
Pat
Hey,
Evans,
Ark.
good to see you. Frequency going to change August the 1st through the 7th. Nice.
Hmm.
I love it. I love a change up.
Well, 17 more days until the gravity turns off.
Oh, damn. We're 17 days away.
Yo.
Officially 17.
17 days.
Oh, what's the keyboard saying about this, ladies and gentlemen, huh? There's got to be an anti-gravity post. Somebody on there. Somebody didn't decipher a breakdown. Where's it at? It's a 17? Oh, yeah, dude. Come on. You can't even make this type of stuff up. Yeah,
I like,
it's
I
gonna get here
literally
so
got, I
quick.
got a countdown on my phone, and
I think we're the only ones talking about it, and I still keep forgetting, dude. How's it? You know what I mean?
it's funny though. It's like every once in a while I just pop up. I look at my little reminder and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, getting closer. I don't know what's gonna
I think I
happen,
put
but
mine on
it may
snooze, dude.
not.
I thought it was my
Nothing
alarm going off
probably
or
is gonna
something.
happen. You know what I'm saying? Probably nothing, right? I mean, right?
Hopefully, hopefully,
Yeah,
dude.
right.
As I'm
Right.
sitting out here looking at all this stuff around me that could just possibly go airborne,
Yeah, there's it.
I'm thinking, hell, even if I do make it, all right, man,
I
it's gonna be
know.
one hell of a mess I got to clean up. You
Oh,
know?
I know, dude. I know, dude. I know.
Yeah, I don't put. I mean, if anything, I put the interesting factor or like the what if factor. You know, like the I guess a what ifism. I guess, but
Yeah.
ultimately, yeah. You know, hopefully this
Yeah.
just ain't the one. You know, hopefully this ain't the one. That's all we can hope for. You know.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna be
Hopefully.
roped to a tree.
And it's just so many X factors. You don't know when it's supposed to kick in. You know a date, but you don't know
Well,
when. You don't know how widespread. And then something like that, I
Yeah.
don't even think it would be just like total globally. I think it would be like isolated in little pockets, Like all this stuff they're talking about trajectory wise and mapping in and zoning in. It could be something like that. A London or a Chicago or LA, hypothetically, or I don't know, a
Right.
Belize or somewhere in Brazil. City in
Is this a
Brazil,
global thing,
San
or
Paulo, I don't know.
maybe that's why they haven't given us time because it's gonna be global.
well,
I don't know.
Even if it is
well,
possible.
they
Right.
they claim now. Okay, what I find they claim now. NASA's trying to debunk all of it, saying it's all crap. But
17 days away.
they're claiming at 9:30 was it Central Time. That's when it's
Oh
going to
yeah,
happen.
see, that's when you know something's
9:33
up.
or
They
some
never
shit like
go off Central
9:33.
Time.
That's what it is. 9:33. That's it. And
AM or PM?
AM
Oh shit,
Hmm.
that's
Central Time.
10:30 my
So yeah,
time. Oh
that's
yeah,
what
Crazy.
they're claiming. So I mean, whatever. Like I said, I mean, nothing's going to happen, right? I mean, I don't know. Shit.
I wonder
Fucking.
how far you got to float up in the sky before you will lose signal. Like if you were going live, like how high would you be before you think you would lose
Oh
signal?
hell, man! I don't, if you got Starlink, you'd be good.
Yeah, but how would it get up there with you? You know what I mean? If you got
Get
them, I don't know if how the mobile version works. I've heard of a mobile version. I don't know about it. I
Sorry,
don't
B.
know. Unless you had a sat phone, I don't know how up. I don't know how high before the signal would pan out. It seemed like it would pan out at a certain height. I don't know.
Hey, John. Spandex.
There you go. That might be a good investment. Make you more aerodynamic. Smoother decline. You know, smoother decline. They say.
I'm not trying to
Done it.
convince
Good to see you.
us.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Like, so no, I mean, I, I know the government sit there and waste money all the time. All right, but they did a whole program. It's called Project Anchor. They did a whole thing on it, and I don't know, whatever. I don't know.
what was that about?
That's about this event. That
Okay.
event.
Oh, it's in the
Yeah.
name, Anchor. Oh shit. I missed that whole minor detail, bro. No, I'll probably just
So
go like, I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
got
So
some good tie down points, I think I do.
The
No,
trampoline's gonna go up with you, Cheryl.
yeah, that's the thing too. They don't. Nobody knows exactly. Like, okay, let's say this gravity just got shut off right now. Would you just start floating up in the air like gradually, or would it just like shoot you up
I
in
see
the air?
stuff start floating up around me, dude. I know something's up.
You ain't even lying. And I'm like, am I using the force
Yeah.
right now? What's going on?
Okay.
Yeah.
Once I realize I'm just not tripping balls completely for whatever the apparent reason, yeah, especially when you start seeing like heavier stuff, and then I don't know how it would
Feel,
feel. I guess it'd be like
it's
in a
like
swimming pool, kind of like I don't know, or like going over a hill. Maybe you feel like your stomach kind of drops a little bit, going up or down a hill or like a roller coaster, maybe. I don't know.
No, think about this. What you
Where's
come
Neil
into work?
deGrasse Tyson? What's Neil deGrasse Tyson got to say about all this? What's he talking about? You know, he's got something to say about it.
Science, Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah,
What
where's
that
Bill
guy?
Nye when you need him? You know what I mean? Bring
Right,
in. He don't bring in the lab coat. Let's see what he's got to say about it.
right.
Hell,
But no, imagine like you like that morning you come into work and you got like a safety rope, clip and all that stuff hooked up to you, and they're like, they guys are like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Hey, trust me, you're gonna need this," and they're like laughing at you. And next thing everything
yep.
starts floating up, and you clip off, and you're like,
Mhm.
"Hey guys."
They're playing human Tetris. You know, you're just Good point. I do got some harnesses. Good point.
They just have one of those
Good
things
point. I
hooked
didn't
on,
think
and
about that.
clip it off. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I'm gonna go
hook to
full on
the
safety inspector
foundation
mode
or
that
something.
day, bro.
You know?
Um, I'll have to hook the dog to me. The chickens are on their own. I don't know what to do
Yeah, I
with
think I'm
them.
gonna just go completely sober that week. You know, just in case. You know what I mean?
Right?
Just have me like one rolled up on standby. You know, in case of emergency. Open this flask.
Is gravity
It'd be
real?
2 matches.
Well, I
And a
mean,
joint.
I started thinking about like just the pure science fiction idea of it. Everything that's not nailed down to the ground will float up. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
come back down after 7 seconds is what they're saying. 7 seconds is all that's gonna
Oh,
happen.
what if it's the
But
reverse effect? What if it like sucks us down to the ground and we can't get up? We're just all like laying on the
well,
ground.
and that's that what I don't know. And then on top of that, all right, is gravity real? All right,
We're
well,
stuck. Yeah.
I can see it's a theory. They gave it a name. They know is the effects of what happens. That's what they're giving that the effect, like you dropping something and it
Hmm.
falls to the ground. That's the effect. They're calling that gravity. They don't know what it is. They don't know the mechanics on how it works and blah 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 whatever. Or they might. They're just not telling us. Because I mean, shit. All this UFO crap, whatever. Anyway, and there was a couple of scientists, a few scientists actually working on that very subject of like anti-gravity and
Oh yeah.
electromagnetic
Remember a couple
waves,
months ago that
and
was the whole thing. Yeah,
disappearing.
all the scientists gone missing
You know what I'm saying?
allegedly.
So,
I don't know.
either that was some John Galt fucking pulled them over into their place, or it was like they just they got them. You know, um, um, but
Sounds
um,
concerning.
Yes,
but
oops.
but the thing is, it's like I think the deepest hole that we've dug is 7 miles deep,
Really?
and that's not even that deep when you think about how they teach us in science class
Well, I
how
don't
the
want to go
layers
that
of
deep.
the earth.
Personally, I don't want to go 7 miles deep. Damn.
No.
I wonder what they're
But
doing
I'm
down
saying
there. 7 miles.
they wanted to see how far they can drill down, and they. But anyway, this is the I started thinking about it. All right, this is another thing. These scientists, this is another thing. I'm not, you talking about the white lab coats. And I mean, some of these guys, I don't know I don't know what, but they teach us in like science class in school, all the different layers of the earth down to the core, right? And,
Yeah.
remember seeing the graph, the picture, and all that stuff in our books and stuff, whatever. All right. Well, they claim that the core of the Earth was spinning in a certain direction. All right, and in just recently, it's now spinning in the opposite direction. How in the
Yes.
fuck do they know that? You
That's
know,
that's the thing. Now they have the technology to detect that.
all right,
Allegedly. I'm
okay,
saying allegedly because
all right.
look at what they were saying under the pyramid, and suddenly we don't hear another word about it.
Yeah, we're not
Right.
lavaologists. We are not lavaologists,
Right.
magmaologists. We're not
Well, see,
ologists.
that's the thing too. And then, all right, I started thinking about it, all right, because there is evidence that the poles are shifting. All right. And I started thinking about it. Now, if this all coincides, for instance, like let's say the pole shifts, that brief moment from going from one side to the other kind of thing. that
Yep.
brief moment in the middle, that might be the moment when the gravity for that 7 seconds. You know what I'm
But
saying?
in my
But
mind,
it
I just
already,
don't know like the speed at which it'll happen. Even if it would be slow or not,
Yeah.
I think in my small mind, I'm thinking about like had a bucket in front of you and you're just stirring it and stirring it and stirring it, counterclockwise or clockwise, whichever way you're going, and all of a sudden, boom, you just start stirring it, turning it the other way. Then you got all that
Right.
riffs, all them little currents and everything twisting up, almost like a jolt or an impact, or even like versus
Oh,
a ball in your hand. And then just in
well,
order for us to spin it the other way, it's got to come to a jolt or a stop.
right.
Um,
Well,
I don't know if that type of impact would be felt like instantaneously, or it would be like a slow, like a almost like slamming on brakes, and it's
right.
like that jerky stop. Like you would have certain jerks, which could be, I don't know, earthquakes, different type of
Exactly.
events,
Exactly.
things that we would see
Exactly.
like naturally or whatever.
Mhm.
In my mind, that's how I could see something like that playing out if it happened, if it was able to spin the other direction.
That reminds me, uh, you know about you heard about that dang earthquake that 5.3 over there in Texas, didn't you, Bonnie?
yes,
Yeah,
Amarillo.
Yeah,
not saying
And
it's connected, but yeah, I mean, it was something like that would happen. I don't know
that's
you
what I
know,
was thinking also.
the plate
And I
layout or the
mean,
tectonic layout, whatever the layout is of here, you
right?
know.
well, see, the video that I saw of, so it's the core is the core. It's like a ball, and
Okay,
then around it is this, like, I don't know what you would call it. Molten lava is what it looks like. And so they showed it and it was going one way, and then slowly it it slowed down and then started going the other way. So it wouldn't necessarily be an instant jolt or something that you would feel if it was a slow thing like that. But
and
at the
what
same
you
time, but at the same time, what is causing the heat all over North America, Canada? I mean, that Canada is having hotter temperatures than Texas. And who was it that said the other night? Well, it wasn't the other night. Maybe it was a couple of weeks ago that it was going to flip, that Texas would be seeing snow and Michigan would be having the warmer winters like we do. Like it's like that's going to flip.
well,
No.
we had snow for the past 2 years. This in here in Florida, and that's weird. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Uh,
Yes.
See,
And ice
Florida can't flip.
storm.
If Florida flips, it's over for Georgia. I know we're right behind it. You know what I mean?
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we appreciate y'all down there. Y'all let us know about a lot of things ahead of time. If we see y'all start flipping, it's over, bro. I got to get somewhere.
Dude,
Might go to
my,
Cuba, whatever's left of Cuba. I think they
my
memory erased us. I think Cuba's just is getting closer. The last time they showed it on a map on something on the news, dude, it was like right there. I'm thinking, no. I had to go back and verify. I'm like, no, it's not that close. Yeah.
want to get out there with the damn snowblower and,
Yeah, it was
and
showing it
blow
like
it
a
your
land
direction.
bridge.
Yeah, we had snow and the ice storm. Remember the ice that wouldn't melt?
Mhm.
We were talking about that today on the way home.
Mm, snowpocalypse.
Well, I mean, it's a perfect scapegoat is the weather, right? Who do you blame? The wind?
No, I think it's because of what has been going on to manipulate it.
Yeah.
It's going to cause
The first,
something to go wrong, in my
yeah.
opinion. You
Well,
when
you
you
start
start
messing with Mother Nature,
messing,
she'll
yeah,
strike back. I agree.
yes,
Yeah, don't
and
be wind shaming though. Don't be wind shaming nobody.
I mean, if God created this earth, the Creator created this to do what it's doing, and we can see it all works together. The sun, the moon, the earth, the air, everything is important to life, for life to just exist on this planet. And when man starts taking over, there always seems to be issues. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
No, there's that. I was
Indeed.
sitting there thinking about that. What's his name? That was talking about all the data centers and stuff. It's like, human consumption is just too much, and it will not allow the AI and to evolve to its full potential. And so, what he's saying is, we need to stop drinking water, using water, so the AI can be all this like our God. You know what I mean? I'm like, these guys are crazy, and they're saying this
Mhm.
out loud. Oh my God, people are crazy.
Nice. AI, Jesus, AI. It can all
I
be
mean,
explained. You will have your
yeah.
set aside your programming through. Nice.
Have you seen the ads for the you don't have time to read your Bible? We'll read it for you. You know what I mean? It's
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah. It could, yeah. You can pick your voices. You can have Morgan Freeman reading it to you. You
yeah.
can have Sylvester Stallone reading it to you. Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice.
goodness.
Nancy Kerrigan. You can get Nancy Kerrigan to read it to you. It's John Wick. I think they got a John Wick. They got the John Wick voice up there now. AI, Jesus, AI. Appreciate you checking in and tuning in.
Hey, Jesus.
Better watch
Yeah.
out. They give you an AI, Jesus. Give you AI everything.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
I know, right? I guess if you say it enough times,
I
eventually it'll just
tell you,
speak it into existence.
it'll
It was,
come on.
dude, I done long forgot what the phrase was now. Figured as many times as we had to say. I memorized it in class, after so many days. But when we came into this one class, our teacher gave us all this little slip and it had this little phrase on there. And she said, I don't expect you to memorize it right now, but she went into this whole spiel about the human mind and different things and doing things and repetition and discipline. And she was like, I think she said, like after 13 times of saying it, she said, most of you have it memorized where you probably don't even have to look at the paper no more. And for whatever it was, I don't even know. It just kind of made me think about it. Say it enough times for sure. It's there.
Well, it's like, all right, if everything's a if everything's a script, it's like, we can write the script. I mean, why are we just living out what the script's written for us? I mean, I don't know. But and that's still the $10,000 question is how do we do it? What do we do? And that's my also I understand that's my part of I don't have all the answers either. You know what I mean? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm not the smartest one in the fucking room. I might
Oh,
be,
me
but I don't
neither.
think I am. You know what I mean? Um, but
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the audio Bible. Shoot, no. No doubt. That's what you got. No doubt. You're getting some type of word, some type of knowledge along the way. You know what I mean? If that's what you got, no doubt. I know some of the people that, man, I just know some people from the country, man, and they own half of the county, man. Some of them older guys, man, they couldn't hardly read or write, but man, they just knew how to make money. They keep a
yep.
knot on them that would choke a mule. They just have people under them just handling that type of stuff. Uh-oh. What's going on there?
Sorry.
Uh-oh. What's happening?
What are you doing, Bonnie?
Having a full system overload. Speaking of AI, Bonnie just went full AI, ladies and gentlemen. Just witnessed it here live.
Started going crazy. I mean, I mean, you know,
If the story keeps repeating, what does that say about the storyteller? And what does it say about the human condition that keeps believing it? No doubt. Well, the storyteller, see, they have the convenience of playing the long game. You know what I mean? especially when they're telling you the story. They have that convenience factor about it. You know, certain humans, we all learn at different levels. They're all orchestrating a certain plan at a certain level. Meanwhile, we're all fighting, fussing about different things at different levels, hearing about and learning about news at different levels. It's just a cardinal direction. You switch the letters around in north, east, south, and west. It's news. Different news, different things keeps us in different directions. Ultimately, whatever, like whatever the main goal is. I think naturally we come with so much programming or so much intuition, but it gets replaced just slowly but surely with a different programming. Everything we do beyond that point, it just becomes some alternate programming, whether it's meant to deceive us, give us some form of truth, hurt us, whatever it may be, even the AI, stuff like that. As much as it can deceive you, ultimately you got to intertwine with it to a certain level to even use it for what it's good for. But it's just finding out how to interwave through these things. I mean, even to be here right now, who knows? They say 1 in 3 panelists is AI. 1 in 3 panelists is for AI. That's what they say.
Is that what they say?
That's what I don't know. I probably wouldn't say that.
He who laughs the most.
There you go. Some people would say that.
Whoever smelt it dealt, buddy.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, just the repetitive nation. Yeah, you can have it memorized, but yeah, just because you have a memorization don't mean there's some understanding behind it. No doubt. Whatever it is.
Yeah, that's a different level. Understanding.
There's a lot of things we repeat, and ultimately it's the same things we're trying to figure out and get some understanding about. So, that should let you know something right there.
In
It's
some
not so much
ways,
the learning the new, it's unlearning everything that they told us to a certain degree, whoever they are, whatever we learned at a certain degree that just, turned out to maybe be false or didn't align right. It's just unlearning all that stuff, I think, can be the hardest part.
I mean, there's probably most likely, aside with the modern technology, but the basic problems, I guess. There was probably a group of people just like us back in like 1492 sitting around a table discussing the exact same crap. You know what I mean? Just in different times. You know what I mean? And
It happens. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, if I could conceive some little whisper of an imaginative idea, no doubt, you know, somebody got paid to have some money behind it somewhere.
does any of you guys? This has actually been a legit question or a legit debate or argument on some levels. But do you guys think that AI should replace teachers?
Pilgrim. No. Well, I don't think. Well, I can't say that either because some places, I guess it's needed. I just know.
No, I don't.
So I thought, and I've been saying this, that everyone kept saying the real ID was the one with the gold star, which Texas has had for years and years and years. And so I thought we already had it in place. Well, today or yesterday, I saw one, and no, it is completely different. It's got a Texas shaped chip in it. Have y'all seen that?
No, I haven't.
I saw it. And I was like, are you kidding me? I took a picture of it. Of course, it's family, so I can't share the picture.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't share anybody's picture of their driver's license because it's got everything on it, but still. Mm, I'm still not getting it.
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I was muted. Oh man, thought I
we
was
weren't going
laying it on
to.
too thick.
We didn't
Damn,
want to
that
tell
was some of my best stuff. I was muted. I'm sorry.
Darn it.
Hey,
Hey, Pilgrim.
you said the chip. You said the chip was on the ID,
Yes.
and it's shaped like the state of Texas.
On this one it was, yes.
Huh.
In the
Yeah, I could see
picture,
them doing something like that. Like, oh man, check this out. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, heck
you know
yeah, we
how
got the Texas chip. You know what I mean? Heck yeah, we got to get it.
you know
Limited
how
run.
the picture's always been real clear and in color. Well, the picture on this ID is just black and white, and it's not real clear.
Oh damn.
Even, you know, if an officer was to look at that person
Is that
home,
like a driver's license or an ID?
it's the driver's license.
Oh wow, man, they got all kinds of stuff on the Florida stuff, man. They got like all these holograms and all this, like two. I think there's like 2 or 3 pictures of my face on the damn thing. Like in
Yeah, dude, it's
one
more
of them like
holographic than a
actual.
Pokemon card, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's crazy. They got all kinds of stuff, and I didn't want to get it. All right, see, it got down to the point where it was like, I had to renew my driver's license. It was around that time, and I really didn't want to do it, but I, I can't get a job. I mean, and then without it, you know, no, no,
They want
um,
to accept a passport.
I don't have a passport, so I mean,
Don't know.
there's that.
It's real easy to get. That's what I need to get mine done.
Well,
It's all
if you
filled
do it,
out.
there's a certain way. I haven't done it, and I've looked into it a little bit, but there's a certain way to do the paperwork on that thing, on the passport, like how you fill it out, and
Yeah.
but I haven't done it. But
Well,
anyway,
all
um,
mine, all the information that they wanted on the form was on my birth certificate, like parent information and that stuff. And but that's all you need is a form. You go into the post office, they take your picture and send it in, and then you get it. I don't know how long it takes to get it.
I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's all Krogers. I know like the Krogers here on Georgia, they got like these DMV kiosks there, and I don't know what all they do, but
really, huh?
allegedly, yeah, you can just like do certain things or get like it'll print you out like a temporary ID right then, and then I don't know exactly how it works, but yeah,
Huh.
the Krogers and the Georgia DMV partner. I don't know if it's Krogers in different states. I don't know how far Krogers go out, but yeah, I know the few Krogers that I went in around here, they've got them in there.
Huh.
It's like just a big old giant. You ever seen like when you go into like Wally World or some of those grocery stores and they got the big lottery kiosk thing
Yeah.
where you go in there and just type whatever ticket you want? It's kind of one of them big kind of looking setups, you know.
Huh.
See, Oops knows.
I have to
Said
take a picture of one or video one next time I'm in there.
said the picture's almost whited out, and that's the way it looked. It was like I don't see how they're gonna verify the person with the license very easily.
It
Uh,
it's AI is going to do it for them.
yeah, they skimped out on
Seen
it.
a
They don't care
commercial.
about
Have you
the image.
seen that?
They spent all the money on the chip and all the holograms money. Shoot, there
Yeah,
wasn't much budget left in it. They had to eliminate color.
Have you seen the new marketing like commercial? I guess you would call it for the new the flock cameras, but the drones. they would mount them on like traffic lights, all right? And if like for instance you went through the light or whatever, or whatever, the drone will actually go, it can go up to like 60 miles an hour. It will come off up its platform and then go straight to your house. And basically, you know, and it's crazy, man. I mean, why do we gotta have this kind of crap like China does? China's a freaking communist country. Why do we gotta be like China? Just I don't understand this crap, you know. I mean, honestly, I mean,
Something
even
wrong? Something wrong, sir? You know, like something wrong?
But, yeah, I mean, I honestly, I think all like that surveillance state as a whole needs to be pointed at government, not at the people. You know, because those are the ones that we need to watch because they're our servants. They're the ones that we need to watch 24 hours a day, 7 days
Yeah,
a
they don't
week.
even care. They're just giving you whatever eye color they want, you know? Pat said they just changed mine to hell with what it was, you know? Nope. I think you're more of a blue eye, you know? We don't care about your brown eyes. I don't know if that's an owl in my background or one of y'all are near an owl. I hear an owl somewhere.
I don't have it now.
Yeah, it's not me.
Okay, it must be me then. Okay, yeah, I hear them now. It's two of them. Anyways, yeah. Owls are on the loose. Beware. It is. You got to have a permission slip. It used to be permission slips. Now it's permission cards, you know? As a kid, I think it's a slip. And as you get older, they put it in the card form. More convenient. It's like your debit card, banking card, you know, your point saver card at your favorite supermarket. It's more convenient, more accepting, you know. Just kind of nestles in there, cozy, right beside your library card. Do library cards expire? They're like forever. I got one. I don't know if it don't expire. I don't know. It's probably no good. But yeah, it's just convenient, you know. That way, if you get in trouble, they pull you over in the road hallways and stuff. You can verify who you are. You know,
Yep. Let me see your papers. Let me
can't
see
be illegal.
your papers. I need your papers.
Yep.
That's the way it seems, and um,
Just
but that's I haven't had mine for 4 years and haven't been asked for it in that 4 years at the bank, at the post office. Well, okay, the bank asks for it, but they don't care that it's not renewed in that 4 years.
yeah, yeah. However long it is now, they probably shorten it now. They probably don't. They want to get you to come in there as soon as possible. You know, they don't want no extended gaps now.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hate the whole idea that we're not put on this earth to sit here and just pay taxes and die. That's not that's not our purpose on this planet. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I don't understand why. I mean, well, we've had 3,000 years of indoctrination. That's probably one reason, but uh, we need to break that cycle.
Hmm. That's what's interesting. We drove 3.5 hours to get to the coast, and I didn't see one single data center.
Okay.
Kind of weird, though. I mean, you go to East Texas and you see them like in the middle of nowhere, and we were driving back roads in the middle of nowhere. I saw cotton fields, hay fields, rice, wind turbine farms.
I think wind turbines, the ones they got up there for like these turbine farms and stuff, that's not the right way to build a wind turbine. I mean, it's inefficient and uh,
Yeah, no. And you could see a few of them burned up. So I don't
yeah,
know if it was high winds and it made that motor, but you could see the burn marks on the middle of the turbine, the blades.
right. A lot of people think that's clean energy, but man, you know how much energy it took to put that thing there? You know what I mean? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Well, I've heard that they're taking them down and recycling them.
They, I don't think they can recycle the blades. That's one
Just
of the
dig a big
biggest.
hole and bury it.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems of those damn things. The blades themselves, and even just finding a way to recycle it, or even, you know, um, dispose of them.
Aren't
It
they
has
made
been a
out of
problem.
metal?
No, I think they're fiberglass. If I remember correctly, I'm not.
Yeah, some type of industrial fiberglass or something like that, I
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah,
Something durable enough, I guess, to allegedly withstand, but be light enough to be able to
right.
support that much,
They are huge.
Yep.
Before the first myth was carved into clay, before kings declared themselves chosen, before priests claimed the ear of the divine, before cosmologists drew circles around the sky, there was a garden. What do you think about
Yeah,
that?
that was back when property was pretty, and real estate was pretty vacant at that time. Yeah, of course.
I,
Real estate's at a premium today.
I thought that was about the
I
Garden of
think
Eden.
I
Yeah,
think
And
how
that
dare you
garden.
take an illicit nap under a tree, Gotta
Well,
lock you up, buddy,
you see what
Gotta lock
happened
you
to
up.
the garden. Our ancestors did to the garden. They turned it into a fucking desert. That's what happened.
wasn't that about the Garden of Eden?
Yes,
Okay.
but that's what I'm saying. You see what our ancestors did to the garden and turned it into a fucking desert. I'm just, I know people hate me now. I don't care.
No doubt.
I mean, and that's just I guess the pessimistic side of me, I guess.
No way.
41 years young today. Congratulations. Congratulations. We time shifting. I think 41 is the new 31. However that works.
Is that
You know.
right?
Yeah. I mean, leap years. Time shift, especially if we lose daylight savings time. Oh yeah, that's got to account for something, dude.
Does that
You just
10-year
yeah.
span go all the way up? Yeah.
It could be. It could go up or down. Yeah.
Because I was like, what is 51 is the new 41? Or
It could
or
be.
41 is, yeah.
I think you may lose a year. Like each year it goes up, so it would be
Is
really
that
be
what it
like
is?
you know, 67 would be the new 62 or something. I don't know the math. We're
Yeah.
working on the numbers. We still got to
Right.
crunch some more numbers.
Crunch the fucking numbers, right?
you know, or like how we have our own years and everything else has their years, and then boom, dog years. Dogs just have their own years. What's up with that? Everything
I
else
don't
just lives,
understand.
we live, and then dogs, they're old. However that
So
works.
what exactly is a dog year?
7.
Like a
7 years?
1-to-7 ratio.
So 1 year is 7 years?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
it's tough being man's best friend. It's
Oh
tough
yeah.
on it. Yeah,
Wow.
it's
My
tough being
dog's
the man's best friend, bro.
my dog's pretty old already, I guess.
Yeah, you don't even want to try to calculate cat years, bro. That's just too much. We gotta let the AI do that.
Well, is that multiplied every life, like 9 lives? So it's like, cat
Could be.
years in his
Maybe it's
life.
not really 9 lives. Maybe yeah, but just yeah. Each year is times 9. Could be. Shit. Got hit with neurotoximeter fire. Dang. Full blown cabana syndrome. It's real, ladies and gentlemen. Marries.
Okay.
Marry
Hopefully
lots
this
of
is
times.
muted. How do I tell if it's muted? I don't want y'all to hear that again.
Yeah, who knows this cat algebra? It's tough.
Right. The new progressive math.
Hmm. Well, who knows? Who knows what what this week will bring? It's gonna have to be something pretty far out there.
Well, I mean, if the weatherman tells me that it's supposed to rain toward the end of the week, at least. So
Oh no, that ain't
there's
gonna stop it.
there's that.
There ain't enough rain in the East Coast that could wash it down. It had to be one hell of a gully washer.
Okay.
I was sitting there talking to Moonchild the other day, and some of the places up there where she's at, man, got a lot of flooding and stuff, man, just recently. So, you know, you know, I wouldn't want to be in a holler somewhere and have a flood come down. That would suck.
Uh, that's pre-hurricane type weather.
Yeah, I mean, next thing landslides and stuff out there on the mountains and stuff. That's
Too
pretty
much.
bad, man.
It's too much. I'm worried about the mental landslides. My land starts sliding here, it's already over.
I was telling somebody else, it's like, if they were talking about the water level and all that stuff. I was like, man, if the water's edge gets to my house, all y'all gonna be underwater. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. you know, um, because I'm like, well, I'm talking about my friends down below. I'm like 200 foot above sea level. Most of the guys I know, they're like down there almost sea level. So if the water, a tsunami or something like that was ever to come up on the beach and stuff, there would be so much underwater right now.
I think I'm 1,800 feet above sea level.
Well, that's not too bad. I'm like, I think like probably like the 15th like highest spot in the whole state of Florida.
Wow.
Yeah. That's not saying much, but yeah.
Congratulations. Heck yeah, you peaked the top 20, bro.
I mean,
Heck yeah. I don't know where we're at. I live right on the Savannah River, so there's always that threat. They got different markers downtown along the river walk. They've got like an upper river walk and then a lower path. And then underneath the upper path, they got like, walkways where you can walk in and out. But they got these different markers where it shows like the different great floods that the area's had. And man, it's pretty wild because everyone that's up there is well over my head. And you got one that's up there, what was it, like the Great Flood, they say of like 1910. And man, you just think everywhere that you're just standing right now was below water. And shoot, that went up pretty much most of downtown. Most of downtown was flooding to some degree. But who knows? I
that
just
would
got in
suck.
the boat. I'll get in the boat and float it out.
Yeah. And then you're like, there's my house floating down the river.
Yep.
That
There
would
went my house.
suck. Man. That would suck, man. I've seen that, where like people's like houses or sheds or whatever just floating down the damn river. You know, oh my God.
I'd just be pontooning it out, bro.
Well, see, on that prepper type scenario, bugging out must always be an option. Okay. People think that bugging in is the end all beat all. No, it's not. You always have to have an option to bug out. That must always be an option. You never know what can. It could be something, like a weather thing, or it could be like a freaking war. It doesn't matter. I mean, uh, a wildfire. I don't. It doesn't matter. There should always be an option to bug out and have that in your mind and stuff. And even have something set aside just so you can grab it and go. You know what I mean? That should always be in the back of your mind. You know, because you never know what could happen. I mean, some freaky rainstorm. Next thing you know, your house is flooded. What do? Well, you got to go. You can't stay there. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you live on a major waterway of some sort like that,
Or something, or even
any
like this
coastal,
fires.
any
Like
coastal
these,
area.
yeah, like these fires and stuff, man. If your place is in the way, or and next thing your house is on fire. I was like, you can't stay there. You got to go. I mean, it's just um, whatever. I mean, you can always come back and rebuild if you're able to. Um, because like I was talking to Moon, there's so many people like, when Hurricane Helene up in North Carolina, dude, there's some of those people cannot afford to rebuild. And I think that, I think that's one of the reasons. I mean, that's just this, conspiracy theory type thinking, that crazy talk, that was the reason why they wanted the people off that land anyway. That's the reason why they did the
It's too much for the AI. The AI is even glitching out trying to process it all. Imagine that.
Yeah, this computer is glitching bad. And, I was trying to get that link that John put in the chat on the computer, and it took me that long to get it to go to your channel.
Man,
To
it's like an
just
hour
load
ago,
it.
Bunny. Where you been? Where you been
I
for the last hour?
know, crazy. That
all these
is,
newfangled technology.
it's gonna have to go to
Futuristic
shop.
technologies.
I've tried everything. It's gonna have to go to the shop and see what's it.
Talk to the wizard. See if the wizard can help you.
Yep.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Wizard's busy right now. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. I need a heart, a brain, and what was the other thing?
Courage,
Oh yeah,
brain,
heart, brain, and a
heart,
courage.
and I don't know. Probably the last one I can't think of. Probably the one I need. That's why I can't remember it.
A brain.
There we go. See, I knew it. I knew it. See, a brain. If I only had a brain.
That's right. I had to think of that one.
Nice. See, this is why
Oh,
we need the AIs and stuff, to keep us in check when the humanoids glitch out ourselves. AI can fill in and keep us in check until they glitch out and phase out. Then where are we left?
just watch out for the three-headed moose, because windows have no doors.
Oh yeah, no doubt, dude. If you're running up against three-headed mooses, it's probably over, dude. You've done some weird stuff in your life, and it's just led up to this very moment. It's either gonna make you or break you.
Yep,
I hope
it's
it's
all
not me.
connected.
You know. That's where my life shifts to. I'm definitely questioning some life choices.
I
Maybe it'll be in
mean,
a labyrinth. Maybe it'll make it more interesting. Just put me in a labyrinth.
what I was gonna say is like, as strange and as weird as everything is getting, would it be really that strange to like come up on a three-headed moose?
Maybe wherever the mooses roam, wherever they roam, Northern America, Canada. I don't know.
Take a
Wherever the
picture of it,
mooses
put
may
it on
roam.
social media.
Check your local moose lodge. Check your local moose lodge. That might be a good place to start.
Anything's possible. Right on, Pilgrim. I mean, would it be that strange? I mean, I sure as hell ain't gonna get kicked in the ass like that dude with the freaking bison. Uh-uh.
Oh, it
I
depends.
I think that bison had it in for him. He was just like, "Fuck it, man. All these cars and people. I'm just gonna
Yeah, he
freaking
was
I'm
tired. He
going
was
after
tired of the
anybody."
shit. I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's like,
He was
"Why
tired of
y'all
being
in the
that
military
selfish.
room?" You know?
I found elk jerky.
Uh-uh.
Is it any good?
I didn't get to stop at the store, but I saw the sign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's in season.
Now, elk meat is that got fat? Is it real lean or is it a fatty meat? I don't know.
I don't either.
Oh,
I've
okay.
never had elk. We were talking about it one night, and a lot of people were saying it was the best. And well, we don't have elk
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. When do we? Yeah.
Yeah. Get you some elk back, elk straps. Chill an elk
It,
rib. You eat on that thing for a week. A whole elk rib. Shoot.
oh heck yeah! And it says it's lean and dark.
Uh,
I'd trade him some gator jerky.
there you go.
Why do humans war with each other? Well, you know, because of all those seven deadly sins, I guess.
I mean, sometimes we're at war with ourselves and our own personal stuff. So I mean, it's not far fetched that it often gets projected, gets deflected onto others. Certain
Yes,
things, certain situations, a lot of imagined disagreements, a lot of long-term decision making off of short-term emotions, whatever it may be.
I think a lot of problems would disappear if the ones that are manipulating us would disappear. I mean, for real.
I
They're
don't
I
like
mean,
know.
Houdini. They keep reappearing. They're Houdiniists.
yeah.
I don't know about someone manipulating us. I mean, to me, we can decide what we want to believe or not believe in every area of life. It's more like, um, would you just say what? It's it's us. It's how we it's how we react to things. It's how we look at things. It's how we process things. It's it's up to us to figure ourselves out. What
Yeah,
is
there's,
that
there's
impossible?
fucking dudes out there that can't even tell if they're a fucking dude or not. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah, you got a third of the social media arguing about what is a woman.
yeah. I mean,
But that's just it. That's a that's a psyop. That is such a
yeah, that's
psyop
the
move.
manipulation I'm talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so leave that out. Leave that out of your life. And how how are you without if you're not thinking about all of that, How are you? Or even if you are thinking about all that, how are you? Are you, does it trigger anger? Does it trigger fear? Does it trigger happiness? Anything.
You know, like a 14-year-old ain't gonna know none of that shit. You know,
That's
it's
why
you
it's
know
up to us.
that's another thing that kind of drives me nuts. You got so many of these kids out there that got all these. They're very opinionated, and most of it is regurgitated information that just they heard from somewhere else, and they thought that was the 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 trending thing to say. I guess I don't know, but they haven't had enough life experience to really understand. You know, it's like those emotions that you're talking about. They may have had those emotions. They may or may not, or they might have had it for the first time. They don't know what that emotion is because I mean they haven't had it enough times to understand it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I don't know. My grandkids have been through a heck of a lot. And so while we're down there at the coast with the family, the whole family, and then my cousin came, and Friday night, they all went fishing at night. They got in about 2 a.m. And um, another person from our community happened to be down there, so they met up with them, and they didn't take their phones. They just took the poles and the tackle and had a good time. Then yesterday, when my cousin came at about 2, she and I ran around together and then went back to the house, put some meat on the pit. Everybody ate, and we still kept talking till 4 o'clock this morning. And this is the 3-year-old, the 8-year-old, the 18-year-old, the 21-year-old. I mean, I think it's if if we all stay involved with all of them to an extent. I mean, I know it can't be continuous all the time, but the times that you do have together, if you just be a family, that is that's what they will remember and hang on to.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I mean, just today, I was sent pictures from my brother because my mom's up there at my brother's house, and got pictures of my mom passed out on the couch because she had like 5 beers. So, these are memories that we will hold on for.
Oh God. Okay, well, I
It's
know
just
that
funny. It's just funny. It's just funny. You know, uh, I don't know. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna try and get that damn picture put in my scrapbook, my photo album. Oh man, I wish I had. Because there was like when my grandmother was still alive. There was this one time, man. We had a party with a bunch of family and a couple other friends from the neighborhood over at the house, and my grandmother was there, and my dad started mixing up these blue alcoholic drinks. All right. It's and it was good. They were good. And my grandmother started sucking them down. And next thing you know, man, she couldn't even remember her grandchildren's names. It got so she was like, "How you doing? What was your name again?" That kind of thing. It was so damn. I wish I had a photo or a video of that. Oh my god, that would have been so funny. All I've got is a memory of it, but it was a blast. We had so much fun when we had, and um, I don't know, man. It just seems like the family thing. You know, I want to think that it is a majority of people here in America, for instance, that are family oriented or but there's a good portion of them that are just not. You know what I
I
mean? There's
know. And it doesn't have to be family by blood either, though.
yeah,
Mhm.
well, I agree in some ways. Sometimes, I mean, not all the time, but sometimes that can't be the best. That's not the best route. They don't have your best intentions or best intentions at heart, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They might be your family, but they're not blood. And I mean, even some of your blood family can be really toxic. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You
There's
know,
gonna be times of trouble or um differences always, because each one of us are different. So it's how you handle those differences that make the difference. Whether you turn to alcohol, drug, um, anger, not speaking, those are choices that we make, right?
yeah, yeah.
No problemo.
I don't know. My cousin, she was going through. She's on Ancestry, and she was going through there, and so um, I thought she had all the information, and she was asking me questions, and then I was telling her some of the things I knew, and putting it all together, and she was able to trace back to the 1500s and um, chiefs like Cherokee and Shawnee, not only Choctaw. And um, have y'all heard of the old 300?
Um, it does not right offhand. Tell me.
I think it's supposed to be the original 300 that were on the first ship that came.
What, back in 1492 or something?
Whatever it was, the first 300 to arrive here.
Well, according, what, like from Europe? You talking about?
I guess, or wherever they came from. Was it Europe or was it Spain?
Well, Spain had Florida, first. So I mean, for instance, I
They
mean,
had
so
Texas at the time too. So, but wasn't Columbus on a Spanish ship? Yes, the Maria, the the oh,
Portugal was Brazil. Yeah.
Spanaquinta. Oh man, I can't believe I can't remember what the word. Portugal was Brazil.
That's why so many people down in like South America speak Portuguese, not Spanish. You know what I mean?
Quinta Santa Maria. Yeah, but didn't Spain send him? So, because that's what I think.
I mean, there was definitely people here before, I
Mhm.
mean? So, I
Oh, I
mean,
know there was. That's
well, there was also buildings here. I mean, there was like some of the star forts that exist today were actually built upon buildings that were already there on that site. And so I mean, and it wasn't Native American type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This is like, something almost
I would
like, you know,
I would
whatever.
never send in my DNA, John. And so years ago, and I need to reread it. My grandmother had me read the Clan of the Cave Bear series, and it's believable. Could it be possible? I mean, I think about that too. And then we've heard that the Vikings were all over the place. When was that? And they were pretty um, a force to be reckoned with, I guess you could say. They were pretty strong anyway. Um, had a lot of beliefs. They have found places in Texas underground that date back 20,000 years.
Dude, there was I can't remember where it was, but you know how like you see those pictographs, like they have like a negative image of the hand. Like somebody had put their hand on the wall and then blew like a pigment over on top of it, and when they pulled the hand off, it's got the negative image of their hand on the wall. There was one that was found. I can't remember where it was, but they tested like the pigment, and it was over 30,000 years old. It was like older than anything that you know any human,
Mhm.
supposedly human or whatever. Because there's a whole thing when it comes down to that. I mean, um,
Well, and if you think about it, allegedly, the land was all connected at one time. So it would only make sense that there would be um, cities, buildings, to me, because we know the calendars are off, the time is off, everything is off. There, we don't even know how old this earth is, really.
that's
Do
that's the
we?
thing. That's why I was like, there's that quote. I can't remember who said it, but who controls the past controls the future, and who controls the present controls the past. You know what I mean? And that's where it's at. It's like if they control our history, our knowledge of what we call history. You know what I mean? They control our future. You know, because that's what they're doing. They're controlling our present, which controls our past, which controls our future. Yeah, and they're manipulating. That manipulation is what I was talking about earlier. That manipulation, kind of like literally, it doesn't matter what side, it doesn't matter who gets the job in presidency. Our rights continually get shaved away. All right, none of them are restored, or our rights are being protected in any way. It continuously gets eroded away, and we continually keep on heading toward Agenda 2030 and the New World Order. And you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. This voting shit doesn't matter. Whoever has this, it doesn't matter, because the rulers don't give a crap who you vote for. They just want you to vote for a ruler, and that's the thing. It's like, and then we just continue. I mean, seriously, our First Amendment, Second Amendment, all the way to the 10th Amendment rights that are supposed to be protected keep on getting eroded every single day, and nothing's restored, nothing's like reinstated, nothing.
Right.
Uh,
And I
Wingman,
understand. And
Wingman,
I,
isn't that kind? Go ahead, Bunny. Sorry.
October, I can't remember if it's 15th or 17th. I'm going to have to go back and look. That's what they're doing. They're shutting it down. No one's buying anything. No one's going to work. No one's leaving their house. No one's, well, they're going outside. They're gardening. They're taking care of their animals. They're being with family if they have family. They're staying home and not purchasing one thing. And they're going to do it for 30 days to begin with. And if things don't change in that 30 days, then they'll go to 90 days if they have to. Chris, what is his name? He is the one who has started this. This is what Zombie and I talked about, but we only talked about 2 weeks because everybody's pretty well stocked up for 2 weeks. So stock up for 90 days because who knows, you know? But that's the point of it, is that they're all about power and money. Stop it, stop the money. One day of everyone not buying one single thing, they would lose billions of dollars.
Yeah, Bunny. That's easy for people like us without kids. But when you have kids, you got to buy stuff. But yeah, for people like me, I have no kids, so I could do that. You know.
We got kids here. That doesn't mean you have to buy stuff. I don't understand. For 30 days?
You must have some nice kids, because I used to be a school bus driver, and they were pretty crazy, dude. They wanted to buy candy bars and whatever, man.
It's
When does that start?
October. I'll go back and look at it and write down the date so I can tell y'all exactly when and the guy's name. Oops. And because he'll sit there every time he goes live, he keeps doing video after video, and he's like, "You people in the government, do you hear me? This is going to happen."
You really think they give a crap? I mean, that's kind of like a protest and waving your
No, it's
fist at the
not.
damn Capitol building. I mean, that's what they don't care. You know,
We're not. You're cutting off the money. That's
Well-
big. Every corporation, everything, it would cut off the money too. Everything. And it's not
what would stop
violent.
them from
It's
just taking
not.
it from me? What's going to
It's
stop
not. What's going to stop who from what?
from just taking it from you? From them just taking it from you instead of, you know what I mean?
Taking what from me?
Your money.
Hacking your bank account. Yeah, they did that in the Depression. Wingnut, you're right, man.
Take all your money out of the bank before it happens.
Well, I mean, you remember, okay, now this was Canada, but I mean, I think that there's been a case here in America, but I mean, when the trucker protest happened, hell, just people that were just giving gas to the people and they got their bank account shut down. You know what I mean?
And what
you
I'm
know.
saying, take your money out of the bank before that date, so there's no money for them to take.
I got you, Bunny. But see, if you're in a big city, you got cameras all over the place on the highway. They're gonna send some agents after you to go rob you. I'm sorry to say, Bunny. That's how the world has changed. I like your way of thinking, though. I like the good old 1996 to 03. They did a lot of that, but that's already 25, 30 years ago, man. Crazy.
Everyone can't pay their bills as it is. Oops. Look at how many people in this community are living in their cars, homeless. It has come down to it has come down to what are you willing to do for your country? And this is not violent. It's not hurting anybody. it's not everyone is safe. You're just not participating. You are
Well,
not participating in the system in any way. And if the businesses get involved with this also, they're going to be okay with it. These people are not going to lose their jobs. He's even talking to the businesses and telling them, this is what we're going to do. We want to make sure that these people are employed whenever they come back. But everybody is just going to take a 30-day vacation and stay at home. And
Yeah, Bonnie. Even if they like for people like me, if we don't have kids, we could lose our jobs. It wouldn't matter to me so much. But if you got kids, yeah, you lose your job. That's why people with kids, they're gonna hold off on that. But people with no kids, oh yeah, they don't care if they lose their job.
I
okay,
mean,
but
and not only that, yeah.
imagine if only 20% of America did this, though. That's a big chunk. That is enough to hurt. And this is a pretty big movement that he's got going. So, I mean, it's just like COVID. You can choose to participate or you can choose not to. Same thing.
Yeah, if you pinpoint the worst of the worst Fortune 5,000, because there's more than Fortune 500 now. There's still Fortune 5,000 companies. If you pinpoint it on just those companies, yeah, you can affect them still. But yeah, there's going to come a point in time, Bonnie, when it's not going to matter. So you'll see it in your generation. I might still see the tail end of it, but when I get old, it's not going to matter when I get old. Sorry, but it's still cool now to do that, to boycott buying, to pinpoint what to boycott, to not buy.
Well, you're right, Pilgrim. 3% made a difference in 1776. And the population was a whole lot less back then.
Well, that's what they tell us anyway. Yeah. I mean, and I've actually said this, can you imagine what 3%, just 3% of the entire population of the planet could do against these fucking tyrants that want to rule over us?
And you were talking about like the New World Order, and I don't know if it's any different, like the King and Queen times of Spain and England and France. Back then, they had that kind of like the New World Order, to where you had the king and queens, and the rest of the people were peasants or slaves. So,
Yeah, they just
but that's for
rebranded it. They just rebranded it. That's why they call it government and
yeah.
citizens now. Yeah. Go ahead.
And I was just gonna say, and also Spain, man, they ruled everything in South America but Brazil. Brazil's the only Portuguese speaking country, and
Yeah,
also Macau. Macau is China, but that's the casino land of China. Portugal got kicked out in 1999 because they did some shady shit in that casino. They traded weird spices and stuff with the casinos. It was weird back then. That's why I got kicked out in 99. And then Portugal got kicked out of Mozambique, Angola, and Mozambique back in 1976. So Portugal didn't own what the amount of land or like.
well, Brazil's a pretty darn pretty good portion of South America. I mean.
Oh yes, it is. But Spain is the mastermind of the slave trade, and also England is the
Oh
mastermind
yeah,
of slave
yeah,
trade. They're much
that's
bigger.
true. Yeah, that's true. Because they were all over the place, all the West Indies, all that stuff, all through there too. Yeah.
I believe so too, Pilgrim. I mean, I know not everybody can afford to do that, but a lot can.
Big government.
Oh yeah,
I
if you're
can.
single, you probably can. But if you got kids, probably not. But yeah, if you're single like me, yeah, I can do that easily.
No, with my grandkids out here, they'll be fine. There's no reason for 30 days, absolutely positively for sure.
Hmm.
If they cut off the power, It could be a little bit of a problem, but otherwise, we're good.
But you guys got so much separate, different power companies, because California only's got the big five. So they only got 5 companies that run the whole state for power. But you guys got more than just 5 companies in Texas, a lot of smaller companies that run
Oh,
the
yeah.
utilities,
That's ours is a co-op. I think Rescues is a co-op too. A lot of co-ops. The bigger cities are the ones that have I don't think they have much choice. See, Cheryl's positive. It's a start.
Everything's gonna be fine because Cheryl's positive. Everything's gonna be fine. Yeah.
I believe it is, though. I don't
Well,
see
that's
big.
yeah. I have a gut feeling things are going to. Okay, my and I've been saying this for a long time, but my gut feeling is I know that these psychopaths are going to try and unleash some kind of massive chaos. All right, but the thing
Yeah.
is, my gut tells me that that chaos is going to turn on them and devour them. All right, but they don't. That's what my gut tells me. So to me, it's going to be glorious, but it's going to be messy as hell. It's not going to be pretty. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
gonna be tough, but none of us would be here if we haven't lived through tough. There's been really hard times. Wingnut, you as well as I have been with absolutely nothing. We know how to get through that. There are
Yeah.
a lot of people who have gone through horrible things that have made it through. We are resilient. We can bounce back. We have proven it over time. It can be done.
Yeah, but I don't see Gen Z fucking doing that.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
You'll have
Wingnut, you
to go
forget, dude.
back to the kids. Those kids, I'm
Yeah.
listening to kids that age. I am listening to them personally. They know what's up. They're more concerned about all of this than most of us are because they're the future. They know that they have to make a change now for their future.
Right.
Yeah, buddy, but see, and Wingnut, sorry, the biggest generation right now is millennials, man. They control everything. The corporations, they pretty much they control it because they're the biggest generation, man. It's not Zennials, it's not Gen X, not Boomers. Yeah, Boomers are the old money. Gen Z is not nowhere near as big as millennials. I mean, the millennials are the masters. If they want to, do this boycott, that's what will change it. It's the biggest
Millennial
generation.
reign.
I'm sorry to say, I sometimes I disagree with millennials because I'm a Zennial. I'm actually an old, like in between Gen X and millennials, but they are the masters because they got the biggest generation. I think what life you are a millennial, man.
I don't
See, I won't call myself any of that. I think that's another form of dividing people. I'm a human. I'm an American woman, human person, being created. Like,
No, yeah, well, it just marks a
wow.
time in our timeline, basically. That's what I see. You know, and Generation X never was handed the reins to everything. That's why the millennials took the reins. Again, or not or whatever whatever you said, Johnny. um,
Yeah, you know why? Wingnut, because boomers were still in their prime, man. They lasted a
Yeah.
long time.
yeah.
When Gen X was in their prime,
Thank you, what?
You know, it's kind of you go to the job site, man. You know, all the old timers and stuff that would teach us all the little, you know, tricks of the trade and stuff are all dying off and all that stuff and gone. Now I'm the old timer teaching the old tricks and stuff. That's fucked up.
Exactly.
You know, that's messed up.
Yeah. Now you're the old timer.
You know. Thanks, Watt. Appreciate that, man.
Just think when they shift time again, you know, I think we'll all get a little bit older. You know,
Oh my God.
I think the global time scale is supposed to enhance twice this year. If they do the daylight savings time, who knows, dude?
It's like okay.
It could open up a
How
wormhole.
old am I in dog years? How old am I in dog years?
Oh, you don't even want to do that math. You'd have to call in Doge. You have to see what Elon was doing in the off season and bring in Doge. You got to Doge it up now, bro. AI can't even help you. AI is
You're as old as you think you are. I don't
yeah,
think.
how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were?
Yes.
Well, you know, every once in a while when everything starts creaking, that's the only time I start thinking about it.
There you go. Just got to get your oil can.
I'm serious, man. I got to quit smoking cigarettes, man, or tobacco. I'm serious. That is the one thing that really I need. Well, that and sugar, but
Oh yeah, we can figure
those
along.
things really. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's really starting to catch up. I mean, I'm starting to notice that, you know, and that's really bothering me.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Yeah, we'll be hosting a sugar-free panel before long, so y'all got to tighten up with the sugars. We're gonna do a biometric facial scan to see if you've had any extra sugars or not. It's highly futuristic technologies.
Do they test your blood sugar, glucose, if you got diabetes? So that's pretty easy. I
Yes, it's in
just
the
do.
air. It's in your sweat. Yes, it's in the air around you. You can do an aerial detection. It's fascinating stuff, really.
I did my part today. Little lady on the side of the road selling breads and cookies and pastries that she made, sugar-free, gluten-free. And
You always
he was
love
wearing
all
a hat that said, "I love Jesus." And I was like, gotta stop. Gotta support him.
lost 10 pounds cutting out the sugar. There you go. Yes,
I
all that
think they
extra
did.
processed sugar, you know.
And
Look on all
you
the
know,
different labels and it tells you how much sugar is added. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, people forget fruit is got sugar in it too. You know, so you can't eat too much fruit. You got to water it down with water. But it is the natural sugar, so fruit's still the best sugar you can get.
No doubt. Oh yeah, you eat a pound of strawberries, no doubt. I found out. You know, I did that stuff a couple times in my childhood. You know, I would devour some berries. You know,
does fruit punch for Kool-Aid count?
oh that counts as everything. Everything.
Certainly.
Fruit punch
There's
dog.
the problem. You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
I like
So
some fruit punch Kool-Aid now, I'm telling you.
I watched this video about a watermelon, and it was saying how I think it made it sound like we're the only country that doesn't eat the rind. And it was showing all the nutrients in the rind, in the meat of it, in the center, and in the seeds. You're supposed to eat every single part of the watermelon. Did you know that?
Yeah, buddy. That's what they say in Brazil. They say the rind is the Viagra of the watermelon. So
That's what they say.
if you
Yeah,
got
the Viagra of the watermelon. Yeah. You didn't know that? Y'all didn't know that in Texas? It's muy duro. Muy duro for the melon. Melon is muy duro. No, people's done it. It's just like one of them things people just don't. Think about it, or hell, people just probably wouldn't even grow a watermelon. They'll just go buy one that don't have no seeds in it, and won't even think of how it even got there. They'll just eat it and like it or not like it. They won't even have any consideration, that where did the seeds go? But no, that was one of the first things that people would like pickle and stuff back in the day. If I'm not mistaken, was like watermelon rinds. There's like recipes. You can find tons of recipes for like pickled watermelon rind or different recipes like that.
Yes.
Of course, with anything, know what you got, know what you're eating. You may do that with somewhere you got a commercial one, and it may just you think you ruined it or didn't do it right, but ultimately it was just set up for failure. But a lot of the stuff we eat in its natural state, a lot of the nutrients and stuff are in it. The skins or certain things. But most people they just peel them off, shuck them off.
Yes. Look at
It
what the
depends on where it's
grapefruit.
grown and how it's grown, though. I mean, seriously, some of the stuff that's coming out from other countries and stuff, all the crap they put on it.
Yeah,
You know,
fourth
Look,
generation GMO. Yeah,
well, I mean, it's like that Taco Bell scenario with the lettuce, the iceberg lettuce. Man, I'm gonna tell you, it's like we can't even trust produce. You know what I'm saying?
wash it
Oh,
with
what are you
baking
doing for
soda.
dinner? Something else.
And apple cider vinegar. And also they
Apple
clone food a lot,
cider.
man. They do clone food.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some things water and soap can't wash off,
But
unfortunately. You know what I mean?
I think that's how seedless stuff come about, because that ain't natural.
That's a hybrid.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it? Whenever you
Yeah.
keep crossbreeding it until it.
It's eating hybrid fruits, hybrid watermelons. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that was the same thing I saw with grapefruit. And that was that Texas video that I posted. And it was like the grapefruits used to be pink. And then oddly, this guy that was growing grapefruits in Texas, one branch had the grapefruits had red inside of them instead of pink. And so they kept on reproducing that till we got the ruby red grapefruit. There you go.
Yeah, Bonnie, one thing about grapefruit, if you're taking, I don't know if it's blood thinners or cholesterol pills from the doctor, grapefruit can mess you up badly. So that's the only fruit that you don't want to take.
Yeah, it's weird how the grapefruit will get you. It'll help you,
Well,
it'll
no,
get you.
I can't have grapefruit, but when I was
I
a
won't
kid,
have
I
it.
ate the crud out of it. A little salt, and that was good.
Oh, I never could handle
They,
grapefruit.
they even
It's a
make
horrible
special
name. It's
spoons.
nothing like the grape. You know what I mean? It's just they need to
Right.
rename it. It's something else. It'll trick you, get you hyped up. Thinking it's a grape citrus hybrid. No, 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 no.
They even made a special spoon to eat it with.
See, that's when you know you shouldn't be eating it, Bonnie.
Yeah, with a little jagged, like a little serrated edge on the top, on the end of the
Yeah,
spoon.
yeah.
That's when they got you. Yeah. Who the heck's got a grapefruit? Who the heck's got a grapefruit sport? You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
anybody that's tasted grapefruit, they remember that first time they tasted it. Everybody remembers that.
Oh yeah, dude. I bit into it like it was a fresh orange, bro. I didn't know what to expect.
Right?
Yeah. I'm mad at everybody. I'm mad at whoever bought it, whoever offered it. And I did
Right.
post a video the other day, probably maybe this week in the community page at some point. I think the channel is Spicy Mustache. He's from somewhere in Europe. I forget his specific origin, but he's always posting different type of gardening videos, growing videos, food preservation. I don't think he eats meat, but I still like to watch a lot of the things he makes, different gardening techniques. I like to see how people do it in different parts of the world. But yeah, he had a video the other day where they did a lot of different things with watermelon, pickled watermelon. I forget what all he made. He made like 3 or 4 different things out of watermelon. But yeah, pretty interesting video. But yeah, you can look it up. There's a lot of old school Great Depression videos and stuff like that on like canning watermelon rinds. But of course, it all relies on how good your source is. If you got a good local source, I trust that over something that you done went and bought from a store and you don't know where it came from besides looking at the sticker. Better
Yes.
chance ultimately, I think.
Hit your local markets, the ones, the farmers markets.
Even be leery with them. Try to find somebody you know that's growing them. Because I run across some of them guys that'll have just the big commercial boxes. You know what I mean? They don't went to, and it puts a bad rap on the other guys. You know, the people that's
Yeah.
actually selling it. You know, they don't went to the, and it's tricky because now that we're one of the main farmers market, which was originally the farmers market. I remember it used to be loaded. Whenever it was open, man, it was loaded. All type of stuff. You might have a guy
Hmm.
out there steadily making boiled peanuts. You know, it was loaded. People's gardens and stuff. But now they done got like all these different produce warehouses and stuff. But some of them guys will go in there and buy all that stuff wholesale, and they come around and try to
Right.
resell it. You know, I
I've
mean,
seen
come on,
that
dude.
too.
You got it in the box. You got it in the box that I could go get the. You know, I could go buy that same box right now. You know what I mean? It's
Oh, no.
if you're selling it as that, you know, that's cool. You know, but don't try to be like, hey, you know, yeah, I grow this in my garden. You know, meanwhile, you got the JB Express Farm box. You know,
Probably coming from California, what?
or like it wasn't nothing as a kid riding around here on certain crossroads, certain fork roads, some certain back roads. Guys would be selling up, and they'd be selling whatever they had out their garden for real. You know, they wasn't going and
Yeah.
buying it. This was stuff that they didn't tended
Sit-
over. You know what I mean?
Sitting in the shade on a lawn chair with all the
Yeah,
vegetables hanging out the back of his
yeah.
truck.
With a
That's what I'm
pocket full
talking
of
about.
money, just trying to sell some good stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly, they just put little rules ultimately across the board on stuff like that. What you can grow, when you can grow it, how you can grow it, what you can grow with. Then they make some type of ordinance. You can't sit on the side of the road and sell nothing unless you got a permit.
I
Hell, that
know,
dude's
man.
85 years old. You think he gives a damn about a permit? Shit. You know what I
Damn,
mean?
what?
Mhm.
So he
That
just,
sounds crazy. Permit, man. That sounds like California, man.
Well,
just saying,
it's
you
like
know, you
pretty
got to
much
have
everywhere. It's
permits.
down
And,
here in
you
Florida
know,
too, in some ways.
it's crazy. Yeah, that dude ain't
Yeah.
trying to hear all that type of stuff. He just goes back to doing what he was doing until he can't do it no more.
There's a couple of spots like down on some of these roads and stuff where somebody pulls over and selling tomatoes or vegetables or whatever at the back of his truck, that kind of thing every once in a while. But it's not a normal thing.
No,
I mean, it
not
happens.
these
It
days.
happens every
No.
once in a while.
Oh, around here, you see peach stands everywhere.
Right.
And a lot of vegetable stands also. But, and these are people who are growing it. They're farms and stuff. So, I mean, even when we lived in San Antonio, we would drive out to the country. We'd drive out to the country to get our meat. We'd drive out to the country to get our produce. I mean, it's doable.
Well,
Um,
okay, put it this way, Bonnie. I'm sitting there thinking about it on a realistic thing. And most people nowadays, man, are working a lot of hours and getting less for the money that they're making and stuff like that.
yes,
A lot of people, and then on top of that, not only do people not have the time or the energy to even mess with a garden, some people don't even have the ability. They got is a window seal. They don't even have a place to put a garden other than like in their window seal. You know what I mean? And that's not
everybody
enough
has
to
a
feed
front
somebody.
porch.
Go ahead.
Everyone has a front porch. You have a front. You They have some little something where you can set a chair. If you can set a chair there, you can grow a garden there. I've done it.
A
Right
loft.
on.
A
You can
loft. Yeah.
you can stack it. It doesn't have to be like spread out. You can stack it. You can. There's so many different ways.
Spiral
And
steps, Bonnie. Grown on
and put
spiral
them in
steps.
There you go.
5-gallon buckets. And you can go to restaurants and get 5-gallon buckets for free.
All right.
Yeah, going back to the boycott, Bonnie. If Europe joins in, because we're interconnected with Europe, anyways, for the Fortune 5,000 of boycotting, then that'd make a big difference too. So, because it's all
Oh, yeah.
interconnected. Because I
Well,
know
that was why.
England's doing it.
Well, that was why I said, if can you imagine what 3% of the entire population of the world can do? I mean, that would be something.
Yeah, we know the China won't do that. They're a communist, man. Sorry for them. I'm sad, but
can't do it. Can't stop, won't stop.
Well,
But most of the other world, Brazil can do it. They could stop the same way. Parts of Africa can do it. Most of the world could do it, but communist countries, yeah. I forget. North Korea can't do it. China can't do it. But that's
we
just
need to worry about ourselves first. You know, we can't save the world yet.
Well, in this global economy, this globalist type scenario, I mean, we're all interconnected. I mean, the way they've got its system set up, that's the way it is. I mean, it's like, it's kind of like a hydra. You can cut one head off, but hell, two more pop up right in this place. You know, you got to cut all of them off at the same time. Yeah.
yeah. See, Bonnie, it is interconnected because BMO, Bank of Montreal, the bank called BMO, is partnership with BNP, which is Bank of France and Bank of Portugal. So they are a partnership, and they're in America, Canada, and Europe. So banks are interconnected. So, and there's also lots of other partnerships.
Central banking cartel.
I don't see what us not buying anything would affect a bank.
Because
if everybody takes their money out, then
it'll affect them. It'll affect them a lot, Bonnie, because they got EFTs, like in minerals, metals, EFT stocks. There's like underwater robots taking jobs away. CoinMe, not Coinbase. CoinMe is part of MoneyGram, which is the what do you call it? Money orders that hide. Some people hide taxes with money orders through MoneyGram instead of Western Union. They use the cryptocurrency called CoinMe, and they turn it into a money order with MoneyGram because CoinMe and MoneyGram are partnerships now, so you can hide money that way in taxes.
It was inevitable, It was only time before they partnered up. Gotta love it. Good timing. Perfect timing, really. Couldn't pick better timing. I love it.
Well,
I mean, it's either now or never, because if we just keep on waiting, everybody's going to get older.
Exactly.
You're going to get older. I mean, you're not going to be in your prime no more. Your kids are going to get older, get more grouchier.
Yes, and they're going to keep being not able to afford to live, and that's another thing. These young people are seeing it. These young people are staying in their homes. My grandson's still living at home because it's just cheaper to do that. And he helps pitch in the home.
I think I'm going to get cryogenically frozen.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm going to get cryogenically frozen. Would y'all think less of me if I did that? If I cryogenically froze myself for 250 years?
Not yet. Wait till we're gone.
Well, man, I can't tell you. That's just kind of like the point. It's just like, one day it won't happen, one day it will. It'll just be like the mystery,
You'll be Omega Red, dude. Like on the X-Men. You remember the character Omega Red?
I appreciate that, Nick. Yeah, I could be like Omega Red, like a good version, maybe. Hell, I'll take that, bro. That might be a good reference. Can't really visually picture it, but yeah, I'll take that one for once.
You do know he's Russian. He's an ex-Russian USSR wildlife.
I mean, hey, I probably could visit. I wouldn't live there, I probably could check it out in the summertime.
I'm talking about Omega Red, man. The character. He's
saying, if I play the character, they may be looking into me to play the character. You know what I mean? I did send in a couple headshots. Got a few offers.
Yeah, well, the only place that Russia would have that's tolerable and is going to boom one day is because it's got the petrovite, the green magma from the volcano, the bluish greenish mineral called petrovite. It's the new battery mineral instead of
we got Queen
lithium.
Tamale here. Queen Tamales. Nice. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Queen Tamales.
Virginia roots. I thought you like mustard on tamales. But
Could be on that mustard fast. It's an interesting diet, really, if you think about it. Just only mustards.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Honey mustard's masterful, dude. It's great. Honey mustard,
Yeah,
it can last
got
for a
the
long
right
time.
blend, the right ratio.
Oh yeah, no, for Russia, man, the only place that's got the green magma, the Petrovite, is Kamchatka. It's right by the Aleutian Islands, by Alaska, north of Japan. Kamchatka.
I'll talk about that place, but I can't see myself there.
You know why you wouldn't like it? What? Because there's lots of volcanoes. It's the
Oh no,
part of
the
the world that has the
volcano
most.
wouldn't be bad. I actually would like to see one.
Well, it also has earthquakes too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Not super close. Whatever the proper distance is. I don't know for my body weight and height, whatever that proper distance is. I don't know.
Well, the ash travels pretty far.
All right, never mind. The hell with it. We'll just talk about it. Stuff that might have done it.
well, no, dude, the south part is cool. It's the warmest, and the volcanoes, the hot springs, is the
South
warmest place in Russia. Everywhere else in Russia is 0 degrees.
Oh
Screw
no,
that.
if they got a South Park over there, I'm definitely not going. I seen the cartoon. It didn't end well.
No, I said south, the south tip of
Okay,
Kamchatka.
the tip. Okay,
Yeah, not South Park. Yeah, no, it's the south tip, just north of Japan. It's probably the warmest, and it doesn't have no volcanoes. And it has lots of what do you call those things? The underground hot springs.
Hot
The hot
springs.
springs. Hot
Geysers.
springs. Yeah, geysers too. They got geysers.
Okay, that don't sound too bad. That don't sound
It's
too
the
bad.
warmest place. The rest of Russia is fucking cold. I'm sorry to say for that word, but yeah, it is cold.
All right, we'll see what we can do. See if my agent can't get something set up.
But what, dude? Russia, man, you gotta watch that. I'd probably just, if I was you, man, I know you want to
No,
go
we
see
did a
Brazil.
job for this guy one time. He was a
What?
basketball player, and I forget, man. He told me the name of the team, man. And it was like, he says, like, yeah, the next time we come back out here, yeah, I'm gonna have all you guys a jersey. And then I don't know, something happened. I don't know what happened. He had to leave or some type of emergency happened. We didn't ever see him again. But everything went cool. He paid his bill and everything. But yeah, allegedly, yeah, he played overseas with like a Russian basketball team. He played with like a couple different teams over in Europe, Russia. I don't know. Yeah, that was his thing. I forget what his name was. I looked him up though at the time. Yeah, he was legit. Yeah. I make a lot of different American players like that. They go overseas and I make a pretty good coin over there.
Yeah, well, I think it's first, instead of Kamchatka, Russia, man, think of North Brazil or somewhere else, man, because Russia's cold, dude.
Yeah, too much, bro. I ain't built for that. I ain't built for that type of cold. Maybe a cold heart, but not a cold climate. Already in a snow globe. What else do you want of me? You know what I mean? What else do you demand of thee? Holes is already flipping in Texas. You know what I mean? I can't have it flipping here. Maybe the last stronghold, and I don't even know it. I'm single-handedly holding up the state of Georgia and the country of Georgia. What do they got going on over there? I don't even know.
There you go.
You know what I mean? We need to get a Georginian in here. We need to see what's happening.
My daddy got banned from the country of Georgia.
I was going to ask for a reference. Dang. That was our closest shot. Our only shot was banned from the country. Man. Oh, man. I'm glad you got to do something. I don't know. The hell with you. Get the hell out of Georgia. I think it's dual citizenship. That might be for the state of, too. I don't know how that works out.
Nah, dude. You don't want to go to Georgia with dual citizenship, man. It sounds cool, but you want to stay in the 13 countries of Europe, man. But if I was you, man, just go to the to your islands, man, of Georgia. It's close enough to like Bermuda and Azores. The islands of Georgia with the wild horses.
Yeah, I haven't really heard anybody talking and going about there. So yeah, you might be right. Maybe my travel agent hasn't mentioned that package.
Yeah, no. If you got wild horses on those islands right next to you in Georgia, man, that's the same as what Azores is
need,
gonna have.
bro? Yeah, what else do I need? Just go out there and then run around and gallop with the majestic steeds. Huh?
There you go.
Pull their tail, see if they farts.
they let me,
See
I
a,
probably could stay down there, you know.
you see a solid white one, it's a blessing.
Oh shit, they're everywhere. All different type of colors and patterns and stuff. Nah, who knows? I'll probably see some horses next weekend. I don't know. I don't know if it gets too hot for the horses. I know they always have the horse and buggy carriages always run in different times. I don't know if it's hot. They probably won't have them many during the day. Maybe at night. I don't know. But yeah, it ain't nothing uncommon to see some horses roaming around Savannah somewhere. The domesticated steed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. See here, we got in the backstage here. Often imitated,
Woo.
never duplicated. Devil Dog, good to see you, sir.
Hey,
D-Dog, how you feeling?
not too bad.
Good.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
And if you can't tell, I don't listen to my doctor.
Uh-oh. Oh, yep. Me either.
Oh man, well I definitely appreciate you checking in, man. It's good to hear from you. Good to hear
Yep.
from you.
Been playing in the garden all day. The whole family's up north. No one to fucking bug me and bother me.
Yay.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on in chat. People saying they like cat soup and mayonnaise mixed together.
I know.
I don't know what's
Just,
happening down there. Oh man, I just lost the appetite I didn't even know I had. I got distracted. I'm back now. It's too much down there.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. My sister texted me from Marquette, which is up in the UP. And she said, "How are my cats?" I said, "They were delicious, a little sweet and sour sauce."
Nice, nice.
Then the text stopped.
Circle of life. I love it.
Yep, but I got to clean uh, 2 groundhogs, a rabbit, and 2 squirrels is what I got today, and I had a little barbecue earlier.
Nice. Go, a little smorgasbord.
Yep.
mm,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I won't eat that shit you buy in the store.
don't blame you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some of that stuff, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Well, shit, they're putting red dye on meat so it looks fresh.
Yeah, I
They've
don't
been
want that.
doing that. They've been
Yeah,
doing that
I don't want that.
forever. That's why they changed the lighting over the meat also.
I don't care because I don't even go in that area.
But yeah, I don't.
Sometimes I go down those aisles and stuff that I don't ever buy, and I get on the cart and I go down it really fast and look both ways, and I think that I'm in the Willy Wonka movie, you know, where they're riding down the aisle and all the scary stuff's flashing by them. It's like the food pyramid of doom.
Hmm.
I love it. Gotta watch out, Bunny. They're eating the cats. They're
I
eating the
know I
dogs.
do that.
Yeah, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs.
They're eating the swans. They're eating the majestic gophers. The gophers. Look at the gophers. The beautiful, majestic gophers.
Put a little wasabi on there and you'll never know.
They're going after Plexicani Phil. You got to know about the groundhogs. Save the groundhogs. Oh, man.
Yeah, save the groundhogs for me. I have enough other wild game that I can make that shit meat actually taste good.
I think we got everything else. We don't have the groundhogs. We got the moles. About everything else, you know. Couldn't fit everything down here. You know, we couldn't fit everything. They gave us the gators. They gave us the zebra spiders. You know, it don't leave much room in between.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I'll take some gator. I love gator.
Oh, they're around, no doubt.
so what do y'all think about fly lice?
Fly lice.
I don't know.
Well, that may be bad, Bunny.
That's Virginia.
Let's see what she say. Fly lice. Shit, it's rough, but I'll make you some fly lice. Oh, that sounds bad. It's like I don't know, highly projectile licing. You know, definitely could be contagious. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good collection of flies, though. You'd have to have a lot of them. You know, whole satchel full.
Yep. This is the command center. Do I have enough soda?
Almost.
That's all.
We're probably at tier 1. Let's see. Let's do some zoom in. Let's see if I can zoom in on you. No, there's too much empty space. Too
Yeah.
much dead space.
Well, there's 75 sodas up there. I'm good for tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah, that should get you through the night. I hope. Hell, hopefully I ain't too rough on you. Go. Nice. Very diversified diet. Very diversified. Keeps your immune system up to par. You know.
Yeah.
This one's for you, Doc.
Cheers. No, I didn't hear about that mass shooting in Seattle.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I didn't read it. I saw a headline that said several people unalived and several injured, but I didn't open it. I was having too good of a day. I was like, nope, I'm not reading what's going on out there.
No, I did see one random article about Seattle, but I don't know when it happened, but I seen it today at some point. It showed these two people. I guess they were on top of the Space Needle. I guess that's in Seattle, Washington, the state of Washington, not Washington D.C., ladies and gentlemen. I have to make sure I have to make myself clear with that. The state of, but they had these. I guess it was two guys. They were at the top, and they just jumped off and parachuted off the Space Needle. So, that was pretty interesting. I don't know how high up it is. I guess it's high enough to parachute off now. Now we know. But I don't know what the cause or what the purpose was. But yeah, it was fun. They got a video. I guess the video went viral. It took them a minute to get up over the little glass protective barrier that got you to keep you from doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be me. Not me.
Yeah, I got a buddy. He does heating and cooling and stuff, and he had to go into the Renaissance Center to the top tower and do some work on the AC unit up there. And I asked him if I'd go with him, and he said sure. And I don't know. I was on that roof for about 15, 20 minutes, and then I jumped the fuck off it. Yep, I had my chute, and the wind changed direction. I ended up in Detroit River. Coast Guard picked me up, and it was a $17,000 fine because the Coast Guard had to intervene.
Damn. 17 grand.
Dang Coast Guard.
Yep. And if it would have just been the Detroit police, it would have been between 500 and 1,500.
That's crazy.
Yep. But that's when I actually got to do a jump off a building. All I got left to do is a hot air balloon, and I've jumped off just about any situation you could get into.
You're going to jump out of a hot air balloon?
Yeah, I think one of my buddies from the balloon festival that we do every year. Yeah, we did sound for that last 29 years. Gary, he's getting ready to retire. He's going to take me up in his balloon and let me launch the fuck out of there.
Oh my goodness.
Did you guys see that story of that lady? I think it was down in Brazil. I don't know. I can't remember, but she was going bungee jumping, and they picked her up and threw her over the edge, but she wasn't hooked up to the bungee. And the guys are like, saw her going down and realized halfway down, oh shit, she's not hooked up. Oh,
I mean, yeah. Like, how do you even, I can't even wrap my mind around that.
Yeah, I heard about it, but
oh, there's a video. There's actually a video.
I'm not watching the video.
Horrible all the way.
Well, I mean, it doesn't. The one I saw didn't show like all the way down, going down. They just showed like it was like standing back. You see these like 3 or 4 guys just pick her up, and she's doing like that Superman pose or whatever, and they just toss her over, and fucking they didn't have the rope hooked up. Man, OSHA's gonna have a field day with that.
I'm curious how high she bounced.
Oh man!
Oh my God.
She went into. I don't know if she went into water or actually hit land. I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's crazy. One more reason for me not to go bungee jumping. You know what I mean? If I ever needed any more reason not to do it.
Yeah. It can happen in a heartbeat, anytime, anywhere.
Right. Yeah, I can't see me bungee jumping.
No.
No. Give me a parachute and I'll go off the same area.
Do you do your own parachute?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Plus, I have the license for a tandem instructor. So not only can I take people with me, but I can also teach people how to do that.
Yeah.
Yep, I got 6 different chutes in the house.
Cool.
Well, you're ready for the gravity get shut off. You ready for that?
Oh, heck yeah. He's prepared, bro. I was just
He's
thinking
ready.
that.
Damn ready for
You
that.
got the parachutes. You ain't got to worry about falling up.
Right. When you go floating up, he's got the chute to come
Yeah,
down.
you just cut the chute when everybody starts falling back down. Just cut the chute and you just float on back.
Even out like I get like the wrong size chute. I'm like way overweight for what it's rated, It was rated for 200 pounds or less, Dang. I don't know what the ratio is or how they do it.
Yeah, that's a good question because I don't have that. I don't have that blood. That thrill-seeking. Nope.
It's just to get you closer to feeling alive. That's what, that's what
I
that gets.
feel plenty alive. I don't need to fly to
No, it's like
know
on
I'm
the edge.
alive.
When you're like on the edge of death, that's when you really feel alive.
No.
It's like those guys that do those wingsuits, the ones that are like floating, flying through the air like a damn flying squirrel. Man, I'm serious. It's like an inch away from the freaking rock cliffs and stuff. I'm like, one little misstep, man, you're gonna be splattered all across that side of that mountain. You know.
I love it.
Oh my gosh! Now that would make you feel alive. You're like, I did it. You know.
Yeah, but whenever you hit the mountain, I'm the one that's going to be laughing at you.
Yeah, I know. I ain't gonna be like if I did. You know, shoot. I'm gonna tell
I'm
you,
not doing
I've watched these guys. You know, especially like the what is it? Was it Red Bull or whatever? Or you know, there's. Oh my gosh, man! Some of the stuff that they do,
They
craziness,
jump out of one plane into another one. Are you out of your fucking mind? No way.
right?
But you've done it.
I-
Maybe.
I've done. What have I done?
I don't know. Jump from one plane to the other.
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
Red wing
No.
gives you wings.
When I get out of the plane, I'm done with playing.
I don't see the point of jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
Well, landing is actually technically a controlled crash.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. There we go. End of discussion.
Yeah, you only got to worry about it if you want to do it again.
And even with a parachute, landing on your butt like that has got to jolt your spine. It's going to do something.
Land
No.
on your butt.
Well, that's what they did with my daughter.
Well, okay. I'm too old to land on my butt.
Yeah, bruises don't heal up as quick as they used to.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No, it's cool to see other people do it, but yeah. I don't
Dude,
think
I'm sitting there.
I've done
Oh my gosh, I was sitting there watching those guys that do those. It's like BMX riding, but it's like all through like these canyons and stuff. You know, they're like at the top of a freaking canyon down this like narrow
Yeah.
path and stuff. Going,
Screeching down through that 100
oh my,
plus miles per hour.
that is so crazy, man. Oh my gosh. I mean, I used to do some like dirt track fucking, BMXing back when I was a kid. That's like extreme,
Yeah.
you know? Oh
Yeah,
my
it's the
gosh.
sketchy stuff on some dirt roads, but never that sketchy.
No, dude.
No.
That's
Well,
wild.
that's the thing now is to go to the complete extreme. And no,
And
just,
if it isn't being filmed or on video, it never happened.
just, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't see how it makes you feel more alive. I have a daughter with that attitude. And so she does something very dangerous. And she says it makes her feel more alive.
Yeah. I mean, that's the general feeling that most people that have any kind of a thrill seeking. I mean, I get it. I've done things, I've done like rock climbing and spelunking and scuba diving and stuff like that. I mean, it's not, I mean, it can get dangerous. It can be if you're not aware of what you're doing. But, it's almost like that. It's that sense of like, feeling alive, like you're right on the edge, man. You know,
So it's the adrenaline rush.
yeah.
Huh. It's
I mean,
funny how
eventually,
Allen Iverson was AI, and I think Allen Iverson's nickname was the answer. So there you go. It was all predictive programming. He played for the 76ers. LeBron James just got traded to the 76ers. There you go. I won't go down that rabbit hole, but yeah, it's too much, ladies and gentlemen.
So D-Dog, is D-Dog still with us? Yeah.
No,
Halfway there.
do you eat the whole watermelon?
I don't eat watermelon.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
I never liked the flavor.
Mm,
All right. I respect that.
yep.
There you go. You ain't got to worry about if they got seeds or no seeds.
Yep. I'd rather have honeyberries out of everything.
Including some cucamelons.
What? Y'all have magnolia trees, right?
Allegedly. Allegedly, we
And
do.
is the fruit edible?
No, I mean, I ain't saying they're not, but no, there ain't really much of a fruit to it. There's just a tree and a bloom, and it creates like almost like a cone-looking structure, kind of like almost kind of like a pine cone tree, but a little different, but similar to the shape. But no, there's no, there ain't nothing to eat on the magnolia. Looks nice, makes beautiful blooms, but I don't know. You probably could do something with it, but not to my knowledge.
Okay. Because we were looking at a tree and it looked like it had fruit on it. And when I did the identify, it said it was a magnolia tree.
Yeah, I don't know. Might have been a hybrid. Might have been a hybrid. You got to watch out for the hybrids. Who knows?
Right.
But not a tree. It's like it always has those type of real thick leaves on it. And then a certain time of spring or whatever, it kind of goes into bloom, and eventually they kind of phase out into the season. There's still a bunch of them around here that still got blooms on them, even as
Hmm.
hot as it is.
What's turpentine made from? Isn't that like a seed off of a tree or something like that? What is that?
It's I forget the exact process. I've seen videos and stuff on it, but yeah, I think it's something to that effect.
I was trying to remember the
A
type of
specific type.
tree.
I think it's like a specific type though. I don't know
Yeah,
if you could do it from like any type of through that process. I think it's a specific type.
I just couldn't
Yeah,
remember what it was, which one it was. And when you were sitting there talking about magnolia, it made me think of it for some reason. But
Yeah.
it's a different type of tree. It has a different type of
could be. I don't
like
know.
fruit or seed or
Maybe it's
whatever you want
saying
to call
pine.
it.
Maybe it's just that simple pine. Could be. Get your
Pine
little
trees?
turps. Maybe.
Okay. I was thinking it was something other than pine trees for some reason.
There we go. Turpentine is made from the distillation of resin harvested from living pine trees. The living pine trees now. Don't be trying to go get you no dead turpentine. Who do you think you are? There you go. A little turpentine. Hmm.
Well, I'm glad the chat is keeping up with everything.
Oh, they're
Awesome.
turpentine experts. They know it.
Yeah, fucking-
Turpentine with varnishes, polishes. Yeah. Orange and glow. They're on it. Reaching the 1 o'clock hour here on the East Coast, you know. You could only get stuff like this back in the day when you went to Wally World at 1:30 in the morning. Can't even do that no more.
No, you can't. What the hell with that? Why do we not have 24-hour Walmarts anymore? Why?
Oh,
Okay,
I doubt that's never coming back.
fuck 24-hour Walmarts. What happened to the 24-hour restaurants?
Yeah. Or even gas stations. Yeah.
Well, most of the gas stations around me are open 24, but they're right next to the highway.
Denny's is open 24 hours.
Oh yeah, there ain't a Denny's anywhere near me. And there ain't a Waffle House really close either. That's about 45 minutes away from me.
That might be a good thing. That might be a good thing. You ain't got the awful waffle. We got too many. They're steadily building new ones. I'm like, man, why are y'all building so many of these things? It's just ridiculous. It don't make no sense. It's just too much.
Well,
Ain't making that many dang ones.
I'm waiting for Bucky's to move up here to Michigan.
Oh, you'll know when it is. You'll feel earthquakes. It'll be the stampede of everybody running towards it.
Right.
I don't know. Is Bucky's all it's up cracked up to be?
I went to one time in South Carolina on the way back from a job. I mean, it was a lot of options in there, you know. At that particular time, I guess there was just too many people in there. I just kind of did a little once over and got the heck out of there, you know. I wasn't trying to deal with that many people trying to get that many things, you know. Just foaming at the mouth, eyes that went all dark and hazy. The midnight train to Georgia is running an hour late.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, Red Pill. I was like, yeah, Bucky's is not trucker friendly.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not a trucker.
Train's rolling pretty fast. He didn't realize he was an hour behind.
No, I'm in the only time zone that counts.
What's that?
Central time zone.
Oh yeah, I don't even know where you got that from. You need to get a better news source.
Yeah.
There's still fake news out there, man. We just gotta look through it. I don't
Fake
know.
news, huh? Yeah.
I mean, come on, we're going to get the daylight savings time removed. You know, it'll stop confusing people in Hawaii and Arizona. And like, what was it? Tasha, I think Tasha the other night from South Africa. She said that what they call it over there isn't like time zones. She said it was something else. They call it like a, what did she say? Like a district, or I forget what she said their word for it was, but she said that no, they don't acknowledge it. It just uh, goes with however it goes, you know, one system, you know, not like how we shift it. So I don't know. It is interesting, you know. I don't know. I've never
Time
looked it
zone
up to see how many
misinformation.
places do something like that, or if it's just probably just an American and a Canadian thing. I think they developed all of that stuff during what the war times, or like during I know the different time zones they got came into place like during the railroads, when railroads and stuff like that was expanding, I believe. Because there was one time there was probably hundreds or thousands of different time zones. You know, you might have been like one county over, and that one town might have had its own time zone, so it might have been a different one. So I think they consolidated a ton of them and just made it the four different time zones: Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific, and whatever Hawaii zone. You know, past that, but I could be wrong. There's definitely more to the story than what I just laid out.
So that last one's called Hawaii time zone.
I
Could
don't
be.
know. Honestly, I don't even know. I guess.
I don't know.
Or,
All I know is if they get it figured out, I won't have to keep adjusting my VCR times, you know? Just be good throughout the year. One less thing to worry about.
Yep.
Jerry, good to see you, Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
Who knows? Of course, it starts in Japan. You know, why not? Why not? full of shit. Just full of shit.
So Wingnut, you're not in Florida anymore?
No, I'm still in Florida.
Okay, why'd you say you're in Central Time Zone?
Florida has 2 time zones.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah, I'm for real, for real. I wouldn't shit you, man. You're my favorite turd.
Oh fuck, man. I haven't heard that since school.
No, it's got 2 time zones. I'm just far enough west of Tallahassee where I'm in a central time zone.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
So you're in the Panhandle.
Yep.
Yeah, I did a little bit of searching back into history of Florida and stuff. There used to be East Florida and West Florida.
Yeah, I think at one time they tried to make a canal to connect both right through the middle of fucking into Central Florida or down toward the Everglades that direction. They never
Right.
finished it. They never did it. Never finished it, but they tried to.
Yeah.
Hmm. There you go. Makes sense. You know,
Yeah, it's like one foot on one side and the other foot on the other side. You're in 2 different time zones
yeah,
at the same
keep
time.
traveling backwards. You know,
Yeah. It'd be like traveling in time right there in one spot. That's what I
fascinating.
like about talking to people in Australia. They live in the future.
Yeah. Oh man, now that you mention it, I don't know if Kim's checked in. We don't know if the world ended today or not. Damn. Oh shit. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yep. They're
Need
like,
Kim to check in before we shut it down, just to get confirmation that we will survive today. You know,
I think it's,
it could
yeah,
already
from
be
here. I
over
think
it over there.
yeah, it could be. I mean,
You
they're
know what
like,
I
I
mean?
think from here, 16-hour difference or something like that.
Yeah, dude, they probably already Mad Maxing it out, and we don't even know about it.
Dude, I tried, Pilgrim. I've tried.
Dang, can't do it.
It hasn't worked yet anyway, put it that way.
We'll figure it out.
Because I mean, honestly, if it had worked, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd disappear, boy. I I I'm telling you, nobody would know anything. I'd just disappear.
I don't know if it was based on a true story or not. I never seen the movie. I just seen a couple clips of it, just scrolling through the YouTubes. But it was this movie, and it had the guy. I forget his actor name, but it was the guy that played the dad in Malcolm in the Middle and played in Breaking Bad. I think he was in it, and he was like an average Joe or something. But somehow him and his friends pulled together some money, and they figured out some type of way to get the lottery system and to get winnings and stuff like that. I don't know what it was called. I never seen the movie. I just seen clips about it. But yeah. Allegedly somehow he was good with math or something and figured out some type of system. You know, they had to play this much at a certain time and do this. And I think eventually they started like getting peanuts, but like eventually they figured they got a lump sum some type of way. You know, who knows? So you can't win if you don't play, but ultimately I don't know what the odds are. I ain't gonna lie, I'll buy one every now and then. I get a couple quick picks whenever it gets up to like a billion or like a quarter of a billion, you know. I throw a couple shekels at it, but that's about it. Some people go in there religiously, man. They got the number books, they got newspaper clippings from every decade that led up to this point. They got a full gematria breakdown of the year, the time zone. Yeah, they know the hot picks, the cold picks. It's a lot.
Yeah, I know people that have the spreadsheets all set up with every single lottery pick ever,
Yeah,
and all they get, all they do is the top pick phone, the top pick numbers and the top pick Powerball.
yeah, yeah. They got it all sequenced down. Yeah, they ain't. Yeah.
They still can't win.
I mean, heck, it's too easy now, man. I don't know about state to state, but I know here on Georgia, you can go on your phone or any type of device and go to the Georgia Lottery website, and you ain't even got to leave your couch. You can play whatever game you want. You can just keep swiping until your card runs out of funds. You can play the Keno. They got the digital games. You can buy your lottery tickets on there. I said, man, they got them sure enough trapped. Now they ain't even got to go to the gas station no more. They can just do it straight from their device.
Yeah, you can do scratch off cards on your phone.
Yeah, digital scratch offs. Who's doing that? I'm gonna get a scratch off. That's half the fun, scratching it. You know.
Yeah, because I used a penny and I scratched up my phone.
It happens. Yeah, people don't realize you're not supposed to use a coin. You're not supposed to use a coin. They
That was a
don't
good
tell
one.
people that. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh
I'm
yeah, they
glad I
got
made Wayne chuckle a little bit.
I did. I mean, seriously, I was muted when it happened, but I was like, that made me laugh.
I think they had a whole TV show about that. You know, how the lottery ruined my life. You know, it's crazy. Imagine it could. Certain people, you know.
What was that one movie where those chicks? Oh God, what was it? Was it? Oh man, they were robbing the Powerball thing or whatever. Um.
Uh,
Oh, was that Queen Latifah and all them? Bunch.
dead presidents.
Yeah.
No. Oh,
Oh,
I thought you meant from the Federal Reserve that they were gonna just destroy. So they were. It was something about money with Diane Keaton, Queen Latifah. I can't remember the others. It's 3 or 4 of them.
Ain't no telling.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, digital craps, no, I'm gonna throw them fucking dice.
Street gambling, Johnny. Just got to pitch up a cardboard box and just shoot some craps the old school way. You know what I mean? Pitch
Right.
quarters. See who can throw the quarter closest to the wall. Oh, dude, I've seen people lose their minds over something as simple as that. You know, just pitching quarters. So, oh man, yeah.
That
Yeah,
really, the
about a month
digital.
and a half ago, we were doing
Sorry.
sound at a Catholic church, their little festival and stuff, and they whooped out the big 6-inch Yahtzee dice, for the kids to play. Well, a couple of dice came up missing, and we watched some of the guys shooting craps with them. It was great.
There you go. Stimulate the economy. You know.
Yes, craps is your best odds at a casino, and the second best odds is blackjack. Then after that, it's war.
dude, I was sitting there. You know those pusher machines? You know where you put quarters in it and then pushes the quarters and stuff. You know those machines, dude. There's this one guy, man. I catch a video of his every once in a while where he's sitting there playing this thing, and it's like a $2 million buy-in just to play the freaking game. And it's like you get like 5 quarters for $2 million. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, who in the hell's got that kind of money to sit there and play a pusher
You
machine?
playing against Bruce Wayne and Elon Musk.
You know, it's craziness, man.
What a smoke show.
$2 million buy-in. That is, oh my God, come on now.
Well, just give me 2 million cash and I'll walk away and forget we even had this interaction.
Yeah,
You know?
I wouldn't even bother trying to play a game with that much money.
Just give me 2 million right now and I'm out of this joint, I promise you. And I will not come back. Yeah. I know people used to do that back in the day. I don't know what you call it. Before they had like all the online gamings and stuff, they had like what they call it, like satellite poker matches and stuff like that. I know
Yeah.
people that used to enter those for however you used to enter it, man, and they ended up going in, I guess, opening up the different ranks or actually in-person games. But yeah, I don't even know if they still do that anymore. I guess everything's so online and digital. There's 1,001 options now.
Yeah. I mean, I used to, they don't run Greyhounds anymore. But when I used to work there, they used to run dogs and stuff like that. But they also did poker in the inside. And if you wanted to, you can bet online on like highlight and horses and other stuff like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
but now they've gotten rid of all the dog racing, man. It's nothing but like, mostly just in-house poker games or online betting. That's all it
How it
is.
is that I imagine besides going to Florida, the closest casino, official casino to me would be up in Cherokee, North Carolina, up on the reservation. They got a casino up there.
Yeah.
And I hadn't been up there in years, but yeah, they pretty much had everything in house. Huge screen of different TVs and monitors tracking all different type of sporting events you could bet on.
Yeah.
All type. Go up there to the book, and they got all type of lists of stuff that you can place a bet on.
They were trying at one time, the owner of the dog track over there, at one time they were trying to work it out to where change the laws here in Florida where you can get slot machines and like those electronic like poker machines and stuff like that. I don't think it ever happened because as far as I know, anyway. But because I mean, all the Indian reservations got the kind of like the monopoly on that stuff.
See? Sometimes the human and the AI can have good interactions. You know what I mean? It's the AI.
That's still going on.
Oh yeah, it's evolving. I think it's allegedly last week or sometime they said they had a couple of AIs or whatever went rogue. They just
Oh yeah.
disappeared into the internets to go do their own thing.
Now,
Cool.
okay, if that actually happened, man, would that be alarming to anyone?
No.
Not really to me, really. I mean, it'd be alarming as far as what exactly all that means, what it could interfere with, across the board, but not like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening. I mean, it's just kind of like you play with those type of things long enough. What did you think was going to happen? Whether it was
Well, like,
intentional or not,
yeah, if the AI is malicious, it could easily shut down a power grid and
Oh,
shut
yeah.
down all the water treatment.
Yeah, it wouldn't care. It would just float onto another power grid. It would shut down one and just float to another one or however,
Right.
It ain't going to take down itself.
That kind of reminds me of a old TV series, Person of Interest.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's
Yep.
that's what the whole surveillance state reminds me of.
Right.
Well, like, yeah. Or like that one scene, what was it, in the Heath Ledger when he played the Joker? That one scene where, Bruce Wayne, he had all the technologies and stuff. And it came down to like the final battle between him and the Joker, and they was trying to find him. And I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie, but they walked into this room and it was just monitors on this big wall of monitors, and they were using it just like a big sonar. Everybody, pretty much that technology converted everybody's phone in the city into like a sonar where they could see everything. They could figure out where somebody was at. And then Morgan Freeman's character in there, Mr. Fox, he was like, no, I can't be a part of this. We shouldn't be able to use this much technology, this much power just to find one person. And I forgot what Batman said. He was like, I don't know. He said some Batman type stuff to make it sound okay. But no, I mean, it kind of made sense. All that power just to find, one thing. And what about everything in between? All the stuff we're invading on, all this, it's okay. It's okay. But same type of stuff, ultimately.
No, it's not okay.
It's not okay.
No, not.
Yeah. And Batman was like, go ahead and do your thing and go ahead and do the program. And then once you're done, just, the destruction code is your name. Put your name in there and it all self-destruct. It's okay.
Y'all were talking about the digital lottery. That stinks for the stores that used to get a cut from that. If somebody wanted their store.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, they probably get a little cut off the top,
Yeah.
Like, heck yeah, you just created us some extra tax revenue. Here you go. Here's your little cut, buddy.
And it also gives them bragging rights to put the sign up.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
People that play it, they walk in there and see that a $500,000 cat, yeah, that makes it gets their mouth is juicing,
Yeah.
They're ready to buy that ticket, Bonnie. They just can't wait. They got their lucky coin, They got their trifold and their bifold with their special pencil. One of those NASA pencils that you never have to sharpen.
Oh man, that's nice.
It's nice. It is nice,
All those
Yeah.
bells and whistles, man.
It's nice. Cheryl, it's just so much.
I remember how tedious it was to sit in front of the pencil sharpener and sharpen a pencil.
Oh yeah, you can't do that anymore. No, you can't even think about that. You just got to throw it away and get a whole new one. Throw that joker away. Start over fresh. Life with Bobby. Good to see you. Appreciate you checking in, tuning in. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. Hopefully this week goes by pretty smooth. It's already a short week. You know what I mean?
Is it?
For me, it is.
You taking off Friday?
Shoot, I'm out of here Wednesday, Thursday,
wow.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Cool.
I'm sipping my ties and my tie-dyes with some senoritas. Maybe not all that. Probably definitely none of that. But we can speak it in there. No, be down in Savannah Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then come back some point Sunday.
That's good. Little mini vacay.
A little business, a little pleasure.
There you go.
A little bit of everything. It's gonna be nice. Who knows? There may be some type of combination. It may be like the lottery and the pokers we're talking about. We'll just spin the wheel, You never know which combination you might get. Yeah, Bonnie taught us some things about the unruly palm trees, Me as a tall person, I already have to worry about that. I'm closer to the palms. Even if they sag low or hang a little low, I'm just closer to the palm.
I wasn't even hanging out of the truck. That's it. I was at the window with my camera, and it came in and smacked me.
Yeah, you can't be hanging out spring break style anymore, Bonnie. It's summer, Bonnie. You can't be doing spring break style.
That's right. Okay, that was funny. I gotta post it.
Who knows? Hopefully the weather holds up. I don't know. I ain't checked the weather yet. I'll check it at some point, you know.
Well, like I said, last time I was looking at it was I think yesterday, and it was saying if they're right, they're saying like toward the end of the week that's when we're going to start getting rain here.
Shit.
So I don't know if that's coming off the Gulf or coming from the north. I
Yeah,
have
don't
no
put that
idea.
on me, man. Yeah, it's just hopefully it'll just twist off of
Uh-huh.
both of us. It'll go around both of us.
I don't see any rain here at all. I'm seeing hundreds. Just 100.
Yeah,
Let's hope. Let's hope. We still got a little hope left.
yeah, yeah. They're saying anywhere from like 96, 97,
But I
98.
don't care. It could be a double red flag warning. I'm still gonna go check out the beach. You know, can't keep me off the beach. Maybe out of the water, but not off the beach. You know.
Life with Bobby. Let's see.
I'll risk it for a double red flag. I don't know.
So what does a double red flag on the beach mean?
Rip currents and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. So you need good swimming skills.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forget the exact thing. Yeah.
yeah. Because I think like if you go like a certain far off the beach, they say that the undertow will pull you out. You know, and if you don't know how to get back to shore, it'll pull you way out.
Oh yeah. That's if
Yeah.
the current don't get you.
So the true meaning of natural selection.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
in a way.
You gotta have
I
a
mean,
flag out there to let you know you could die.
shit. You get out past the second sandbar out here on the beach out here, you're already asking to be lunch for a shark. You know what I mean? That's where they hunt. Is right up on the down there, just past the second sandbar.
Cool.
And it's like we got the most shark attacks out here in Panama City than anywhere else. You know what I mean? There's at least at the minimum one a year. You know.
Not too
It's like
bad odds though, you know. Not too bad. I mean, one out of millions.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like that's the minimum, one a year.
Oh
I
man.
mean, I think if you look at the statistics, there's more shark attacks and more lightning strikes right here in the Panhandle than anywhere else in the world.
I think it is Shark Week. I could be wrong. I think it is Shark Week. We're right in the midst of it.
Lightning
You
strikes.
always see more activity like that, especially when it gets to hurricane season. Storms like that tend to bring them more inland for feeding or whatever purposes, you know. You'll see that surge like towards the mid to end of summer into hurricane season.
Shit, spring break brings them in too.
Oh yeah.
Dumbass fucking spring breakers
Stupid
get out
college
there.
kids that just got to go out past the second sandbar. Yeah, let's go out here and create jobs for movie.
Wingnut, what is the name of that island that's right off the coast of Florida in the Gulf, right there? Yeah,
In the
I can't
Gulf?
remember. Yes, I cannot remember the name of it. Do what?
Cuba?
No, not Cuba. It's not very far. Like you can ride a pontoon boat to it.
In the
Everybody
Gulf?
did it. Yes,
What the
everybody
hell are
did
you
it.
talking about?
Everybody did it with my daddy. It might be around oh gosh, what's that called? Okay, Panama City. Is there a Denton? Destin.
Destin? Yeah.
Destin. So if you like go out from right there, there's this island. I can't remember the name of it.
Goose Island? No, or it might be Okaloosa Island. I don't know.
You
But it's not really an island. I mean, are you talking about like just so like are you? It's got houses and shit on it. Are you talking about the island?
What, Cuba?
No, this is like up here in the Panhandle. But I was like,
Oh,
I don't know of any islands. I mean, there are some stretches of land that are right off the coast that are built up, like with houses and shit on it. I guess you would call it an island. I mean, there's roads and stuff to it. Um,
okay.
I, no, I don't know of any actual islands. Like when I think of an island, I think of like deserted island type of thing. That's what I think of. But there ain't
yeah,
nothing
I
like
just
that.
tried to Google it and it said error code 404.
There's
Yeah, that's hard.
Okaloosa Island is in between Destin and Fort Walton, I think, and but it's built up. There's all kinds of stuff on that.
Yeah, that didn't sound right.
Okay.
I'll have to
I'm not
ask the
sure what you're
kid.
talking about then. So
Yeah, I'll find out.
yeah, Google it. Ask the AI. AI probably knows.
They forgot. They're too busy erasing islands, you know. I don't know.
Okay.
I think I feel pretty complete. What about y'all? Feel like we resolved some of the world's problems this evening, or did we just create more of them?
We created more.
That's what I was hoping for.
I'm hoping we resolve some. I don't know why some believe it would be so difficult to just not buy anything, but I think it could work. I don't know. I'll find out more information on that also.
No doubt.
I'm gonna go to Amazon and go buy something real quick. So I'll see you guys later.
Well, you have till October. You should be stocked up by
Okay. Okay. I can't do it in October. Okay. All right. Well, everybody out there, I hope you have a good evening, and I catch everybody on the flip side.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Y'all have a good night.
Put the link in the back chat if anybody wants to come back. But yeah, those Savannah Banana tickets, yeah, they sell out quick. There was a time when it took a little time, but got so much hype and stuff behind them now. Yeah, those games sell out months in advance. But it was some type of partnership or some type of thing with whoever's putting on this training with my job. So they allegedly they got to say everybody that's going, they got us tickets to the game. I can't remember if they said the game is this Friday or is this Saturday. They're in town. They're in town for Savannah the whole weekend. But I forget if it's a Friday game or it's a Saturday game. Either way, I'm gonna be there.
You're gonna party with them guys, aren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. They already know I'm coming. I already done let them know, Bunny. You just can't just bounce into those type of things. You gotta let them know. You gotta let security know. They just don't think I'm some
Cool.
Joe Schmo. You gotta
That's right.
respect. You gotta put a little respect on it. Coming into town, gotta expect certain things when I come into town, boys. It's just how it is. It's just how it is.
Video what you can.
Oh yeah, what I can, what I can legally,
Yeah.
what I can record legally, of course, no doubt. There'll be plenty of documentation for sure. But I do appreciate everybody that checked in, tuned in tonight. Had something to say, something to rant about, something to rave about. Definitely appreciate it. If you are brave enough, bold enough to come back again, whoo, man, you are a brave soul, and I appreciate you and I love you. Other than that, any final thoughts? Any concerns?
Think y'all covered it.
Then we got
Yep.
it covered.
My final thought is if you don't know your rights, you're being cornholed.
There you go. Not the game, ladies and gentlemen. Not that type of game.
And with no KY jelly at all.
Go. Not the game, ladies and gentlemen. Not that type of game.
With no KY jelly at all.
Yep. Yep. Perfect. Well, I couldn't have said it better myself unless I said it 5 times like that, ladies and gentlemen. I love y'all. God bless y'all. I hope you have a beautiful and prosperous week. Other than that, we out of here.
My, people come and go so quickly here.